So I don't
Hey guys,
what's up?
welcome to Cadence Radio. I got my boy here. I've known for 20 somewhat years. Did music together. More boy T Melathopolous. I don't know. I call him T Bone, but I think he's different. I think he has a different name now.
I'm old, man. I can't be called that. Children.
I can't call him T Bone anymore. I don't know why.
This is Tarren T. What's
All
up?
right.
How you doing? I've known this guy since junior high. So
I can I'll test to it, but I want him to introduce himself, say what he's doing, and I know he's still doing the music thing. I really congratulate him on that. My latest podcast, I did specify on him and his wife doing some good things for Calgary in the music business and music industry. You know, we really do need it in this city. You know. So, without further ado, I'm just going to put him over, and he can say a little bit about himself. Go ahead, T.
My name's Tarren. I've been a rapper since like 1988, so been doing this for 30 years straight. Me and this man over here, we had a group called Castle Rich, put out a bunch of stuff. Was also on Fan 960, Sportsline Saturday before like Flames games. We would just talk a bunch of junk about sports and other things. Had a family. Raising two beautiful twin daughters, and now I'm back making music. Taught myself how to produce, mix, master. My wife is the very talented Cully. She's a singer, songwriter, producer, and we're about to drop a whole bunch of content on the world. From
I hope so.
Music to podcasts to buying
it.
beats to I'll write you lyrics, whatever you want.
Here, let me just get
The website and things will be up probably by the end of October. And we'll keep it rolling. Deep Throw Records is coming. And we also be working with Infinite Elements, our fam, too. And you can check out, we got releases coming out on that label as well. So big things, man. Big things.
Yeah, it's Karma, too. The Infinite Record guys, we've known. The guy, CEO of the whole thing, we've known him since grade 9, was it?
I know him
No, since elementary. You've known him?
grade 3.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden now, it's like karma. Everything comes back, and now
Big up Brian and Jay Ross. And
we're
all
working
the
on him.
fam
Jay
there.
Ross, Jay Ross, we've known him. And the Carefest days. That's the first time
He's the first artist out of
Yeah.
Calgary that I ever seen on
Yeah.
a big stage.
That's when I've met him. I met him Carefest, and he was performing at Carefest. I remember.
He's
Jay
hard to
Ross.
forget when you're 6
Yeah.
foot 6.
Yeah, it's insane, and all the love goes to those guys, all the praises
Yeah.
and all the prayers go to those guys because they keep it all moving. They have not given up, and it is paying off. The fruits of the labor is paying off, and I just give big blessings to those guys. Whoever's doing whatever.
Big
they
blessings
need to do.
to everyone doing any music in Calgary. It's way
Yeah.
better than we were making music in the mid 2000s.
Oh, it's
There
the
was,
truth.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm really excited about where Calgary's going since we got the music center. Unfortunately, we got a lot of bars closing down and live music venues, but hey.
Hopefully, the music center can give light to all those guys who have been performing in the bars, who have been doing that, that work, and give them a chance. You know, because I know it's just like almost like Jack Singer, isn't it? The
What?
music center, like you can go in, you can perform, you can sit about 5,000, 6,000 people. It's almost like
It's a
a
Hall of
Maxwell,
Fame.
right?
They had like the
Yeah.
the first synthesizer was made
Yeah.
in Thunder Bay, Ontario. They got that
So-
there. It's pretty cool, man. It's they're bringing culture here, and there's a lot of young artists that I've seen and that I've been working with myself, and it's crazy. There's
Yeah,
a
you
lot
gotta-
of quality music, and anyone can be making quality music from their laptop. You don't need you can do it on GarageBand and make some heat. So
Yeah, bring it out. That's the number one thing. Don't let it sit in your house. Just bring it out. All of it.
why not?
That's the
SoundCloud, you
number
can
one
drop
thing.
something every
Bring it
day,
out.
man. Like, go
I'm not-
use Lander. If you
I'm
got
not-
something, you mix it good, go they'll master. Lander will master everything for $3 a track, and you can put that stuff out every day.
I'm not even SoundCloud, man. It's been so long I put a verse down. I can probably do sound.
you
Actually, I do
gotta
have.
come to the studio,
Actually, I do
man.
have SoundCloud. I do have just for my podcast though. I do have. SoundCloud.
And I got Studio One
Just
4.
for my
You make
podcast.
the song directly and you put it on SoundCloud from there. You just hit the button right after you master that. So it's crazy. It's compared to what we were doing on a broken laptop, mic in the middle of a bait. Now it's just like you get every synthesizer.
We're burning
analog board. And shit.
We're burning 15, 20 CDs to just give out.
Exactly.
Remember that
Trying
Red
to
Deer
sample
trip?
and shit. That's fine. I got the CD duplicator.
That's
That would
crazy.
make
That
all
was probably one of the craziest concerts I've ever gone to because we went down.
What, the Dog Pound and Snoop?
Dog
in high
Pound,
school,
Snoop, Ice Cube, in Red Deer, just like in the what was it? The Red Deer Rebels.
And we were in the private bar smoking all the weed, and no one could say anything to us.
We're like,
my
what
God,
the
that's so
heck?
funny.
And we're giving out CDs.
KJ ended up with.
We're giving out
Corrupt somehow.
CDs.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's crazy.
gosh.
That's good times, man. That was
Yeah.
a long time ago, 2006.
Getting the grind on, man.
12 years ago.
Ooh. Yeah,
Whatever.
what the fuck? 12 years, eh?
Whatever, man.
Ah, jeez. But yeah, right down memory lane. But now we're here. My podcast actually, it's just I just like explaining a whole lot of stuff on my podcast, and I want one of my favorite people to talk to is of course the guy right beside me. You know, we delve on everything and anything which is of relevance, and I think everything is as of relevance right now. But I really want to delve down to what's really happening in our generation, which I've never ever seen before. You know, everything's quick. Like I know that we're in Canada, but we have neighbors down in the United States. You know, as the United States, and and I don't care what anybody says. How they go, we go. Right? We're just a little brother. That's basically what it is. We're just a little brother. We have the culture with the music. We got the culture with the economics. We got all that stuff. Our health gets a little bit better. You know, we're I think we as a country are more what do you call it? We're more
we're not
open minded,
and we're not as paranoid.
Yeah,
about everyone and
exactly.
everything, man. So
exactly. But whatever they go, we go, and there are some big things coming. The whole changing, like the Donald Trump election, as much as everybody thinks that it is a crossroads for me, but I see the crossroads as a little bit of a different aspect as I've been seeing on television. I think that to me, I think that the guy he's put in there, but he's following a different agenda than it has been for the last 20 years. So there is a changing of a guard, and the changing of a guard is going to hit a lot of countries differently. As much as it is, I think that the agenda before was more globalist, as I see it. But I think now it's more they're trying to bring it back to more nationalistic views. And honestly, is he doing a good job for it? Half of the people would say so. Half the people would not. But to me, I just think that we need to change. We need something which is different, not the same thing over and over again. Lots of stuff has been exposed, and that's good. I'll let T really delve into that a little bit. What do you think has gotten exposed?
Everybody's on. I think Trump was a good thing for what it got people out of being dormant.
Yeah.
On their and just not thinking elections for look what's happening even with the Democratic Party. You have all these socialist type of people winning and taking over. So it started another movement rather than being against Trump, because the same thing is if Bernie Sanders would have ran, those Trump voters, they would never even won. They screwed him over, and everyone is tired of the establishment. It's over. Now, do I agree with Trump? I think he's retarded. I think he's seriously mentally, something is wrong with him. And, but he's pulling out the wool from everybody's eyes. He's making everybody scared. He's making everybody shook. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing at that point, but it's good to see some different, and it's good to see some change of the guard.
Yeah, and the weirdest thing about it, what you said, is the old establishment. And I'm sorry if we're going to delve a little bit more into into the elections of the USA, but we have to. In order for us to see
midterms are coming, man.
That is going.
We're coming next. Then you got Notley, you got Alberta, and then you got the federal election.
To the thing, I think Notley also grew some balls finally. She finally said
she's doing
what's
all
up.
right. I don't agree with everything, but
like honestly, finally you can't. How many handouts can you really have in this economy? Or you can't have handouts anymore. More handouts, it gets more debt to us. And more taxes to us. That's basically what it is.
We were in debt before she came along. It wouldn't have mattered who was involved. It's just, we'll see what happens. The pipeline gets built, everyone won't care in Calgary. Everybody will start souping up their trucks and buying gold bathtubs, and then 4 years from now, everybody will complain about the same shit.
But what I want to ask you, T, is why do you think the federal government came up and bought the pipeline?
I don't even know. I don't understand what they're doing.
Why would they buy it for?
They thought they could push it through, but even before when Jason Kenney...
Are they going to sell it to somebody else, you think? Because they bought it, so they have to get the money somewhere. So are they going to get money from us?
The precedent was already set that they didn't consult with the indigenous people. Jason Kenney tried to do the same thing. I think it was in 2006 or something. And that's precedent in law. They didn't do their due diligence in the law thing and figure out a way, so now they're screwed. They were inept in how they figured this out to try and get a deal through to make everybody happy. So now they just bought a pipeline that they can't do it, and Trudeau's such a flip-flopper.
He's always a good
flip-flopper. He'll ride the fence until the fence pokes him so far in the ass that he's done. And he's got to make a decision. We need that. We've been propping up the economy for a very long time.
Yeah, if we go down. But the thing about what I think is the next one, and honestly, I think in his back pocket, I think that legalization of the marijuana
it's going to make money.
Is going to make money for who? It's going to make money for BC, right? I think he was probably...
Aurora's here, man. Aurora just got invested $5 billion.
But who's Aurora, though, going... Who do you think's going to benefit the most? If you look at it in the big picture.
The police and the former members of parliament that own the companies. Yeah. But everybody's going to profit, dude. It's going to be just like Colorado, man. And everyone... If you're a weed smoker like me, you're going to have the cheapest prices because it's going to be everywhere.
My friend said the best thing, though. I remember Kurt. Yeah, I know you know Kurt. Kurt's my boy.
Yeah.
And he said the best thing when I seen him about a week ago. I was helping him split wood. Holy fuck, the guy has like freaking a forest in his back freaking yard.
You need firewood.
Holy shit, man.
Spruce.
Yeah, grab the spruce. Golden tree. Oh, shit. I should go grab his card, man.
Big ups.
Give him a golden tree, man. That guy's doing a lot of stuff, man. I give him props. That dude is probably one of the... If I was in a fight or if the world was coming to the end, that's the guy I'm going to partner with, man. Because he can make shit out of a molehill. But anyways, he told me the best thing about the marijuana thing is like if it's legalized, right? It's like, do you really, if all these dispensaries, are they really going to make money because there'll be so many of them? Because now doesn't it allow you to also grow your own weed in your house?
I think it's just going to make more consumers. I'll be on, I've converted so many people that were so against it, old conservative people, to eat edibles, to have CBD. Yeah. As soon as that door gets open, you're going to have more consumers. I think they're going to run out. I think a lot, you're going to be, and then the dude, there's going to be quality. This is why it's good for everyone. They opened it up, and you're going to go to the best. Maybe your homeboy that in his house has better herb than the dispensary does. And that's fine too, man. Everyone is going to say, oh, we got to buy it from a certified whatever. No, my homeboy's certified too. Yeah. But if I want to go shopping and try a new strain, I can go. It's great for everybody. You know what I mean? You can go into co-op liquor and try all this other stuff. And now and then back when we were young, it was just weed.
Yeah.
We got some banger would give it to us, or some other, it'd be like two different kinds. It was mostly just like hemp star, some just dirt garbage. But now, now I get sativas. Now I have my marijuana card. You got your sativas. You can try. During the day, you don't smoke an indica. CBD on your shoulder. I have salve for my head. I mean, like it's the only medication now that I use. I don't use any over the counter. I don't use ibuprofen. I don't use any anxiety medication.
And the number one thing right now, the number one thing is the reason why this is getting introduced, and the reason why I'm glad it's introduced, because the number one killer is opiates.
Oh,
and everyone can say it as much. It's not guns. It's opiates.
And mental health.
That is the number one thing.
And mental health.
And
both of them. They all tie together, man.
And what makes mental health, though, is all the drugs which are getting pushed. It's you're depressed? Here, try an antidepressant. Oh, you're this, try that. It's in a pill form.
And then the other thing, too, is like, it doesn't even matter how famous, how much money. Look at Mac Miller. Guy's been fighting with the opiates and the lean for years, and he's got everything.
Yeah,
and he's still. There's a big problem.
There's no
class
in it.
He was numbing his pain. There's no other reason you're taking that amount to. If he did overdose, it seems like that's what it was. I'm not going to say it, but he also been drinking lean and doing drugs in a whole bunch of videos that I see. So
it does take a toll. It does. But the thing about it is, this is natural. Like weed, I'm sorry, it's a plant. It's natural. And if people can't see it, the reason why I think that it has been so demonized is because it would take the big pharma out of business. Yeah. And that what scares me about that one is the big pharma could also come around and say, "You try our weed. You do not try anybody else's weed." Because
the thing about it is it's good for the consumer for buying, but it's bad for the public because they took away one charge and now you got 400 other charges that they
hear about the pot farms?
Dude, they
just freaking quashed it. Dude, you can't do no pot farms.
Dude, they have a task force now that can enter your house at any moment saying that I can't.
Too many plants.
No, if someone says it, they can just go in without a warrant. They can also take your blood without a warrant now. I personally would have rather just had it decriminalized or been a free market, but it's better than people going to jail. But
there's no way you can tell if someone's high or not. There's no way unless you take the blood.
Oh, and that's the thing.
And the thing about it, that weed stays in your system for 30 days.
I'm perpetually over the. I'm over the limit every moment I walk down the street.
Yeah,
and listen,
it's ridiculous.
Like if I smoke a joint and drive 30 minutes later, I'll beat any sobriety test. Because the thing is, I don't know if you can see it. You can see a scar right here.
Yeah.
I get horrible migraines. So when I get horrible migraines, I can't even see, and the herb makes so I actually am worse off of that than what's going on. You know what I mean?
I think, and what the most ironic thing is too, is they can stop you because they suspect you're smoking weed. But honestly, how many times have I heard some people who are under the influence of Oxycontin,
bro? Exactly, bro. Or the other thing is,
honestly, how many people are
way to pull over people of color? Now you got another one.
No,
you got another. Oh, that guy! It looked like he's smoking a joint. Or anytime you have a cigarette, or you're smoking a vape, or you're doing whatever, there's gonna be. Oh, I thought he was doing this. Is another reason to shake down people. So in the end, I don't know if it's good. Again, it's like anything in life.
But in the end, everybody's also going to.
People aren't gonna go to jail for bullshit. So that's
the number one thing about it is. But there was always the government.
But then you can't
always finds a way to
squeeze. You can't even smoke it in public.
Yeah.
You can't do anything. But anyone but you can drink. Drinking's way worse. Look at me and you. We've partied so much. When have we ever done something dumb after smoking a joint?
You just went to sleep or watched a movie.
Yeah, I fell asleep playing NBA Live.
Yeah, that's how we've done. That's how we've been.
Yeah, trust me.
And it just comes up to, and the thing about it, for me, it just comes up to education. You got to educate the masses, and don't educate the masses on your own propaganda. You got to let people educate themselves and do their own research. Once people do their own research, then come up. But do people have time to do their own research?
No.
And that's the biggest thing. I think that's the stopgap on everything. You don't do your research, you can't demonize people, right? You can't demonize saying that this is wrong, that you should not be doing this. People don't smoke weed to get high. Some people have. Well, this is what I'm saying though. But some people take that CBD oil we're talking about for the pain relief. There's no THC.
My dad's bone on bone, and he's a plumber for years. He's bone on bone. He can't fall asleep, and they wanted to give him opiates, and he won't take opiates. So I said, here, take a little bit of this brownie. Doesn't get high. He just goes to sleep. He's like, I can go to bed.
I can go to sleep.
I can go to bed.
Yeah,
it doesn't go through his liver. It doesn't do any of that other BS.
But people just need to, and that, I think this is just the beginning of it. That legalization October 17th, when that throws out, people are like, oh, this is whatever. I'm like, yeah,
dude, when they
do
realize,
your research.
It's
just
like any drug, man. You know, I've taken most drugs, and they make it more than what it is, right? It's the same as soon as someone tokes for the first time in a long time. Let's say a guy in his 60s, and he's going to be like, this isn't that bad.
No.
You know, they're going to don't get a 30% THC strain. Maybe don't smoke a whole joint. Yeah. Take one puff. That's the thing that people are stupid too.
Yeah.
It's like, when you get your first joint, why are you going to smoke the whole thing? Yeah. Take 2 puffs and put it down and figure out. Because they talk about overdose. This is what was in the paper the other day. Global put it out.
You don't.
But listen, why isn't alcohol an overdose? They don't say it's alcohol poisoning. It's you greened out or you got weed. You took too much in that you brain blew up.
But the thing about it is no one has ever died off of weed.
But dude, people have tripped. Dude, I've tripped.
Yeah, I've tripped. But have you ever? Yeah.
No,
but
you have a glass of water. You meditate,
and then you go to sleep. You know, your brain just shuts down. Like, okay, I'm out.
It's not like you took 17 Percocets and your body shuts down.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And I've seen that your brain actually has natural cannabinoids in it.
Yeah.
Your brain actually has that. It's natural in it. So cannabis is basically enhances it. That's all it's doing. It's not taking away or taking more, but that's the reason why no one has ever died off of weed. That's what I think. Because your brain,
the thing about weed too is weed gets the bad thing because it's like, they associate it with stoners and like not getting things done. And like, listen, if you're a burnout, before you smoke weed.
You're gonna be burnt out after you.
I'm up from the second to the end of the day motivated, and I'll smoke. I've smoked less than I used to because it's just I'm trying to get my voice good. But it's like it's all in you. It's in your mind. It's associated bad. It's just like an alcoholic. But no, the guy who's like a big investor who likes to have 5 scotch after his day trading stocks. No one says that's his. If he's getting shit done, it's like what? He's a drinker.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like look at Wiz Khalifa. You tell me Wiz Khalifa and Snoop Dogg is not grinding those guys.
That's right.
Like
you're right. Whoever is a burnout is going to be a burnout.
Wiz Khalifa's training for goddamn MMA. He smokes weed all day and he's training with killers right now. And
who's ever is motivated, I'm going to be motivated regardless.
Exactly. And the thing is, when you're
that's your DNA.
If you really want to talk about what the problem with society is, no one's doing what you like. So the drugs become a vice. Everyone goes to a job they don't like to do stuff that they don't want to do. So those drugs become a vice at the end of the day. You take some Percocet, even if you smoke weed and you just watch TV all night and you want to carve, you want to make music, you want to do something, then you're just being lazy. You're not chasing your dreams. The weed has nothing to do with it. It's your laziness.
But the thing about it is, to me, that there's lots of people, we've been programmed to be that.
Oh, for sure.
Like back since you're a little kid, you're programmed to be, okay, what's going to happen? Okay, you need to grow up. You need to go to school. You need to get a job. You need to get married. No, but listen,
That's one thing I learned.
You need to get married. You need to have kids. You need to do that. Boom, boom, boom. This is basically, it's already been set out to you.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's
no one has ever told anyone, be like, just need to find yourself. Because the path has already been made for you.
Well, dude,
and nothing wrong with that.
What is public school, man? It's basically breaking you down to understand that you have to work 9 to 3 and sit.
Yeah.
Sit through everything.
And
they're making factory workers so you can follow the shit. And that's what they do. They don't want you being creative. They don't want you thinking outside of the box.
No, it's the worst thing.
And that's what I'm saying. You don't have to grow up. You don't have to.
I've talked to people.
You don't have to be like that, man.
I've talked to little kids now.
I do all right.
In high school, in school and stuff, they still learn the same shit I was learning 20 years ago.
Dude,
Hitler, all this.
Bro,
are you serious? Why do I need
my
to know
children
this shit?
have to sit still from 9 to 3 and not, if they want to think about something, don't do it. Have you ever seen that Michael Moore documentary on Netflix?
Oh, which one?
It's about, he goes around the world and he like education.
Yeah. America,
and you go, and it gets like
America,
it's one of the Scandinavian countries, and they have 4 hours of school and then 4 hours of like playing.
Yeah.
No homework.
No homework. I know.
And it's like these kids do way better than everyone because they're engaged.
Yeah.
It's go sit in a class for a little bit, learn something, then go look at architecture.
Yeah.
Then go look at birds. Go play some sports.
But
learn,
you know what?
Become a balanced person.
You know what the craziest thing is too, because we're talking. My wife's cousin came down from Sweden. I don't know, Sweden or Switzerland or whatever. Guess what they do for him? They go to school, whatever he's doing, right? But honestly, there's an internship. They're like, what do you want to do? They ask you at the end, what do you want to do? Oh, but his school's a little, I want to do this. Oh, you want to be an engineer? The internal. They send him into an internship for 2 years for him to learn all this stuff. He's working, making money. And like, do you want to do this? Oh, no, whatever. Okay, fine. You can switch it and we can intern you over here, right? It's not like he's sitting there and he's learning, doing whatever. They actually give him the work experience plus school on top of that. I've never had over any of this except for the trades. The trades are pretty good.
Oh, dude, our schooling was terrible.
Oh,
we went to Fowler, to all these places that didn't care. Like, we're lucky we came out, man. How many people do we know that didn't make it?
Oh, yeah, just coked out or dead. Yeah.
Or had kids at 14 and 13 years old.
Yeah.
Or got shot when they were young or whatever. Bullshit. It's like we never had a chance from the beginning.
It's a babysitting course. It's even worse now. My friend's a teacher, and she says there's about 40 to 60 people in the class. Yeah. How the hell are you going to teach 60 kids in a freaking class?
And then the other thing, too, is like, now I've moved into, let's say, a better area than when we grew up in. And the school with that my kids' high school, they have a recording studio. Nice. They all have, like, the
funding is all messed up.
Oh, but everyone should have the same opportunity, man. Not just how much taxes. You know what I mean?
But it comes to how many taxes you pay in that.
I get it. But the thing is, what these governments in our, like the West especially, don't understand is your people are your product. Don't care about the resources. Yeah. You have dumb morons and people that are sick, don't understand their health, that are not doing this thing, that believe all this stuff, that watch TV, that consume marketing continuously. You're making your country weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker by not doing it. They want to make them dumb, especially in the States, so they can control them all. But in the end, making your whole people not be able to work, not be able to fend for themselves, not to be able to understand anything is bad for business in the end.
And the worst thing ever, like I said, watching TV and stuff, like, I'm always going to harp on her, and I'm going to harp on her big time. Like the Kim Kardashians and stuff, people want to put out a porn video and have a reality show. And you think that you're going to be all rich and famous. And this is what TV has gone to. There's so many reality shows, there's so much shit you can't even fucking fathom. And everybody thinks this is real life. It's not real life, man. It's not real life. And then I see the YouTube videos and stuff. But all for the First Amendment and stuff like that. But honestly, the real shit is happening. People need to look at themselves and honestly think that, is this where you want to carry what you want to do? The reason why I started this podcast is to reach people, is to reach them and just tell them what the truth is. You know, the truth, as much as it is, whatever, you might think that I'm talking some bullshit, but the truth is, let me just educate you for about 5 minutes. Listen to me about 5 minutes, and you let me know and I commend Alex Jones. I do commend him. As much as everybody thinks that he's a thing, he's doing something.
He's my favorite.
He's been banned. He's been banned through the whole.
He's my favorite performance artist. Listen, the fact that they banned him is bullshit. Right. And the other thing that all you people don't understand, especially like the super left people, they're coming for you next.
Exactly.
You know, just by banning, if you took Alex Jones seriously, I'm gonna look in the camera. You're crazy. That guy, even in his deposition for his kids, he said he's an actor, man. What? He was on Joe Rogan and they used the thing against him that he was smoking weed. He says he likes to test the weed every year to make George Soros isn't poisoning it. Are you kidding me? That's hilarious, dude.
I remember.
Oh my God.
But what I remember, this is what I remember about Alex Jones. This is why I remember Alex Jones. Like back in the day when he wasn't that famous.
Do you remember when he went to Bohemian Grove?
Well, that was what made him.
Crazy.
That's what was made
him.
That
was a crazy
But
video.
way before that, the guy was speaking so much truth that it would have shook the world. But now he has to over exaggerate it to make him look like he's crazy.
He is crazy. But why can't he talk?
He can talk as much as he want to talk. That's what I'm saying. Listen. The First Amendment, and this is the thing what no one is getting. The First Amendment is slowly getting stripped away. If you get this guy banned, and like T was saying, more of these people are going to get banned. There was this guy who has hashtag walk away with all the liberals. He was a liberal before, and he's saying, yo, man, you guys are acting insane. I don't want to be part of you anymore. And then he just mentioned Alex Jones's name, saying that, I had an interview with him. They just banned his ass off of Facebook for 30 days.
Yeah, and the other thing,
Mike.
But dude, they also say this. This is what people are crazy. You're not allowed to talk to these people because you're promoting their shit, and that's the most ridiculous statement I've ever heard in my life. It's like, you ever listen to Jimmy Dore? You heard of Jimmy Dore before?
No, he says
how do you fight bad speech with more speech? You don't like what Alex Jones says? Say something.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it. Let him talk. Let him show how he's talking about intergalactic child molesters. Some of the shit he does get right. He's also talking Sandy Hook's a hoax and all this bullshit. Listen.
I want to talk about the Sandy Hook one, but I know you got something to say.
I don't believe everything's a false flag. I believe there is false flags. I don't believe these shootings are false flags. I really don't.
I think that but the thing about the thing about the false flag is what I think says false flag is it's all made up. False flags, people do die. What the false flag is it's been like back in the day. This is what the Nazis used to do, like the Adolf Hitler. Mm-hmm. He burnt down the Berlin whatever the monument or whatever the parliament, saying that. Look, he's the one who set that thing on fire. He's like, someone burnt this down. It's just a cause for you to go invade somebody. That's basically what a false flag is. And way back in it, before even Adolf Hitler, it was in the pirates. That's how the pirates did it. It's basically they flew a flag up saying that they're part of this army or this team. And then once they get all the army there, they fly their flag up and they rob everybody. That's a false flag. It's not like it's not people ain't dying. It's a hoax. People do die. People do die every time. But it's just there's a bigger agenda on it. There's a bigger agenda to go in there. So the Sandy Hook false flag, maybe kids died. Probably kids died. But the thing about it was a bigger agenda. It's for them to take the guns away from gun carrying citizens.
Honestly,
and they've been doing that for the longest time.
I just think there's a huge mental health problem, man. And this is my thing too. People can't keep a secret in this for anything. You think they're going to be able to coordinate all this bullshit? If people are inept, man. Everyone's ratting out Trump. No one can keep a goddamn secret. I'm just thinking there's a huge mental... Dude just shot up a Madden tournament.
The Madden tournament, I think that was a crazy... I don't know. That wasn't a false flag, but I think...
The guy in Vegas.
The guy in Vegas, honestly, when you look at his background, he worked for the CIA. He worked for Lockheed and Martin. The guy was actually... When you work for those big firms, you never are retired. The reason why he lived in Vegas, and he was a regular... But he was a regular. He came up...
I know. That's why he could get away.
And he came... he came up. And he basically was, he's like, the guys, he had money to spend. What's the best thing to launder money? Is casinos. That's the biggest thing to launder huge amounts of money. And this guy had huge amounts of money. They just found out 2 weeks ago his wife actually worked for the FBI. So
this is reality,
this is reality. They have her. They have.
Because I don't believe all that shit.
They have her resume, man.
Well,
they have her resume. She's like, I work for the FBI. This guy worked for.
I verify my information before I make a decision.
And I've been researching it for the longest time. And they said that there's no way they have have only two cameras on there.
Why did they do it then? Why would they do it? I just want to know from your perspective why they did it.
The biggest thing about it is because what was happening before anything of that happened, you remember the Saudi Arabia raids when they arrested all those princes and put them in the hotel and stuff like that? You know what? One of the princes, he had a big stake in the MGM Grand. But the thing about the reason why those guys were getting rounded up was because Donald Trump, he signed an executive order to stop trafficking. Like the biggest thing, human trafficking. And I'm sorry to say that, Saudi Arabia is a big culprit about human trafficking. When that went through, this guy who was having weapons and stuff like that, he basically trafficked all those weapons into that hotel room. But he wasn't alone. So he was a patsy. He came up, they killed him. He was thinking he was making a arms deal and stuff like that. No, he's the guy who said that he shot up everything. If you were driving around and you seen a couple of other things, there was 3 interviews. It's on YouTube. You can see it out. They try to stop the YouTube. They said that there was 4 shootings in that place. This guy said that they had 2 people. This lady was on the interview thing. She's like, hey man, there was these guys who came into the stadium, started shooting up everything, and they ran off. And she said that 2 minutes in, they cut out her feed. She's like, there was multiple shooters. There was this other kid who said that he was running in the Bellagio. There was other shootings in the Bellagio. So there was an army taking people out. And I think this was off the cusp, though. I think this is not true. They said that Donald Trump was there and they were trying to assassinate him. But I think that was kind of whatever. Bro. But I have a feeling that Richard Paddock guy, he wasn't alone. I think he's the one.
My question is this.
He's the one who designed. He's the one who came up and he facilitated the arms trade for those people to get arms so they can do some damage.
My question is, if he wasn't, let's just say hypothetically, I know what you believe, but if it was just him, how does a guy, now he's a high roller, he lived there.
Yeah.
From what they were said about him is he didn't dress very well. No, he would just go get. So they have cameras everywhere. This guy, he likes to get comp rooms. I guarantee he's never brought 5. How many bags do you need to bring?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I don't
they
get.
Have two cameras on him bringing up 2 bags.
My dad was playing poker one of the times we went to Vegas, okay? He's smoking DeMaurier Reds. He's playing on the poker table. He pulled out his smoke packet and was done. He put it on the table. He could see he was finishing the hand. They brought him a pack of DeMauriers.
They got cameras all over.
And this guy all of a sudden brings 6 bags. I don't know how many guns did he have.
In the MGM, they said, did you see the room? He had about 100 freaking...
there's shit that I don't understand, but at the same time,
how inept
are people? Dude, I go around the city all day. People are mentally slow.
I know, man.
So maybe it was just a bunch of, that's the thing, I believe that. See, this is my thing about conspiracy theories. I believe people are really slow and they make mistakes as much as I believe that all these people are this smart to make a conspiracy.
Okay.
See, I believe those 2 statements to be the same. Now, is there a bunch of fuckery from the people that control the world? Hell yeah.
No.
We all know there's been real shit. From the Gulf of Tonkin to get into Vietnam War, we all know. Even we're talking about Gary Webb Dark.
I didn't know you knew about the
Gary Webb Dark Alliance. Your book's right here, man. Look at the stuff they were doing, man. They were shipping. So believe me, they're funding the Sandinistas. They're funding the coups in Venezuela. They're taking out people in Syria.
But it's just,
come on, man. That's all bullshit.
It's a world within a world.
It is, but I just don't think on your own soil, all these shootings,
but sometimes the worlds collide.
I don't believe these shootings are that. Now, if you want to talk about, since the anniversary of September 11th, the day before Donald Rumsfeld says, hey, there's $2.6 trillion missing. And then the next day, all of a sudden, then we got something to talk about. But I just think people are mentally, is a problem, man.
But the thing about it
that's the epidemic.
I don't think people are mentally slow. People just
not mentally slow, mentally ill, man.
They just don't care.
People are mentally ill all over. Everyone is underslept, overworked, high on freaking uppers, from energy drinks to coffee, high on downers, high on Concertas and Adderalls, high on drugs off the street. You got these vape pens. The kids are smoking these Juul pens like they're going out of style, man. They came in the game 3 years ago. They have 50% of the market.
I like vapes, though.
Dude, this
cleaner.
This is the closest. I hadn't smoked anything for like 5 years.
More cleaner.
They're more cleaner, but you know the nicotine you get off this shit?
Depends on if you want to put nicotine in, though.
Well, these are Juuls. This is like the only thing I've ever had.
Oh, you get the 7-Eleven one?
Take one puff of that.
No, I'm kidding.
This is a nicotine hit, dude. This is 5%.
No, so that's more. Who was telling me about that? Kurt was telling me about they having a 7-Eleven and all that.
Dude, these are crazy. These are like, this changed the game, man. This is the closest from a cigarette.
I want the vapes with the, they did the research, man. Yeah. They did the research. Like the tobacco company is like, fuck that. No one's going to.
It's better than smelling like death, though. And the cigarettes are, dude, quitting cigarettes was the greatest thing I ever did in my life. I would never, if my kids smoked cigarettes, I would be very upset. That would really hurt my feelings.
They'll be smoking vapes when they grow up, man.
Who knows about this, man? Today, right on my watch, man, NBC said that the U.S. government is saying it's a vaping epidemic with teens, and they're looking to ban it.
Yeah, it depends on what you're putting in there. What's a vape? Because you can vape weed, you can vape.
But you're taking propofol glycol or whatever it is.
Not glycol.
That's supposed to give you popcorn.
That's nicotine.
But
right?
bro, I've never noticed any dip off from this. Like I love nicotine. Yeah. I'm a writer. I'm a producer. I like the nicotine rush. It gets me going.
But speaking of which, we gotta give a cheers out to. I'm sorry, I wanted to do this tomorrow. I did, but I had to work at 8:30, and I know you have to work early there too. But cheers. This to the best who ever done it. Tupac Shakur, his anniversary tomorrow. You're number 22.
Happy birthday to my dad too, man.
And happy birthday to your dad tomorrow too. I always
call Tupac's born on my birthday and he died on my dad's birthday.
That is fucking crazy.
And the other thing that's crazy is Mac Miller overdosed the same day Pac got shot.
Yeah. And holy fuck.
Yeah, it was the same day, September 7th. Yeah.
September
same 7th. Day. Man, that hurt me. That Mac Miller, I don't know.
I don't know. I've never heard.
Oh, dude, music, I'm telling you straight up.
I never heard his music.
You know, since we're gonna drift off into hip hop, but it's like
I've never heard his music.
He matured. Like he went from like an internet dude. He was battling Kane, Mac, and Pesos on YouTube when he was 16. They were in a YouTube battle because Easy Mac. That's what Mac Miller's name was first. Was Easy Mac. And it was hilarious. I used to watch that. Then he went from an internet kid to his new album, dude. He's got like Thundercat. It's like soulful, dude. Listen. You know and what? It really hurt because that guy showed you like Eminem to me, like he's a guy that's never matured musically, in my opinion.
No, he's still the same.
Mac Miller went from like, you could see the progression of like being, and that's what I'm trying to do as a rapper too, is like, my young shit talking about part, like you can mature with the music and still make relevant music. You don't have to pander to the young kids and do all that shit. Right?
The thing which is weird about it too is how they always time the celebrity deaths.
Time?
They time. No, this is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm saying. Though this is what I'm saying. Is this always if you ever watch the Grammys or watch the American Music Awards, there's always like a famous death before the award show. Like, no, I'm serious, man.
I know, but they're
there's
also
always something like that. I know they're using drugs and partying and stuff for that. But if you ever see it, like, tell me if that's not a coincidence. There's always someone who dies before MTV Awards. Tupac died before MTV Awards.
But the difference is this, man.
So
we have a 24-hour news cycle where you have the mainstream media, the underground media, us. People are just, you hear about it more. Like, we didn't hear about it in the 90s. You'd hit CNN. You did, but you didn't have the interview, bro.
But if you heard a big-time dude who's dying, you're going to hear it.
But why
doesn't matter if you have to
kill Mac Miller, bro? Why would
I'm not saying they're going to kill Mac, but I'm just trying to make a perspective over here. It's basically, it says there's always a timing. There's always a timing.
The only thing that's crazy about his shit is they go to his house, he ODs, and he's known for having drugs. No, but he's known for having drugs everywhere, and they come to his house, and all they have is one line of powder, and the whole house is clean.
I know.
So who cleaned the house?
I know.
See, they're like, that's the one.
Look at Prince.
Yeah, he's on fentanyl though. Tom Petty,
look at
fentanyl.
Prince.
I'm saying all these, dude. Fentanyl is a killer, bro. That's
But was Prince really on fentanyl?
yes.
Prince is a vegan.
Dude, he's
The
also
guy was riding a bike every time. He was one.
he is. He's also 55 years old.
And he had a 6-hour concert before he died.
And you don't
6
think,
hours.
bro? I don't care what you look.
I don't care if you're on fentanyl. I don't care what.
55 years old and you dance for 3 hours. You're probably taking fentanyl. And he's like Michael Jackson, man. Are you kidding me? They can get any drug they want. They fly in a doctor and be like, "What do you got?" He'd open a briefcase. You know, like.
And speaking about Michael Jackson,
Even Mac Miller said in the interview, the thing about drugs is if you like them and you have money, you can buy a lot more. And that's exactly like Desi Prince took fentanyl and he really liked it. I've taken fentanyl and it's like how one.
I think he got murdered. I think Prince got murdered. I think Prince
Everybody's
got murdered.
getting murdered.
And I think honestly,
he's an old man that took too much
I think
fentanyl.
honestly, what I'm saying is because, and what trips me out, whoever dies. Guess who's always first on the scene? TMZ. And I think TMZ is not, I think TMZ actually is a CIA front to me. Because they're always spying on everybody and anybody. They're everywhere. Every freaking famous death, TMZ has been there. Every famous overdose, TMZ has been there.
Because you have people everywhere. And everyone's got a goddamn phone.
I
could be TMZ. And right now,
that's what I'm saying.
If I caught I don't know, Johnny Goudreau, someone like no one in Calgary's famous enough to
That's
anyone
what
care.
I'm saying.
I could walk around with a phone and do that. If Calgary had actual celebrities, dude, you get your phone and do it too. They're just smart. But listen, is there 100% no chance that it's the CIA? No.
Oh, that's
See, that's the thing. I'm not one of those guys that's like, could it happen? Sure. I just don't believe people are smart. I don't.
But who owns all those celebrities? Who owns all those media companies? It's not the media. It's the government. CIA owns all of them.
And the Chinese and the Israelis.
Chinese are trying to get into it.
Dude, they own it.
They're trying to get into it.
No, they still and then
CIA,
Israelis. American
it's
Israelis,
Mossad.
dude.
It's Mossad. Mossad is CIA. They're both married.
But dude, but the one thing I will agree with you on, I know, is like the same people who've been controlling us for like 1,000 years. The same families, the same people in power, and that's for sure. And all the cracks are being seen with the mainstream media. Like, if you believe CNN, if you believe Fox, MSNBC, any of those...
I don't believe any of those people.
All of them. It doesn't matter what side. Pick your side. I'm not on left or right. I don't have a side.
But you know what gets me, though? I think it's the same family. I think it's the same exact family, but they split up. I think the Rothschilds are still in the game, but now they want a different agenda because these other people fucked up the other side of the family, fucked up the agenda so bad that these guys are like, no, we need to fucking try to fix it to get it to normalcy. I think it's the same thing, and I think that's what Trump is. He's on the other side of the other family who wants to get that agenda in.
Trump
wanted
to open a news network.
No, he does.
He
is.
He wanted to do is he wanted to open a new network with Roger Ailes.
He
thought it was going to be Trump TV. He fucking won. He's just winging it.
He's going to.
And hey,
he's going to open up a new thing. But all I got to tell you
can't tell me it wasn't good for everyone's brand. Every single one of them. Like, if Trump leaves, let's say he gets impeached. Those 30% of people who still love him, they're going to watch Trump news all day and get riled up and get pissed off. He's going to make more money than he's ever done. This is a win-win for Trump. Even if he gets impeached, he's not going to go to jail. Nothing of that's just going to happen. Even he might get removed. They might cut him a deal.
They're not going to remove him. And I'm going to tell you this right now, T. And we're going to get
down. The Democrats win.
We're going to delve into the deepness right now.
All right,
we're gonna delve.
Is that your segment? Right, yes. You should call that like a moment. There should be like a light. Be like Funkmaster Flex and hit a bomb.
Ever since the night, I'm gonna explain as much as I can explain to you because I've been researching this since 2004. Guess who got me on this shit?
What?
German. The Zeitgeist, the World Trade Center.
Oh yeah.
When he showed me all that, I was like, "Holy fuck!"
I showed it to him.
And he showed it to him.
I showed it to him, dude. That
was a trippy thing. But
I'm just gonna say this: I was full conspiracy theory, full, like off the deep end. until about 2012 when I started to
But
think for myself a
conspiracy is
little bit more.
it's not a bad thing, though.
It's
man.
not, but I
It
just don't
gave
believe
you-
the
it
shit I used to
gave
believe,
you-
man.
it-
I don't.
But it gave you.
It made me question. You know
Yes.
what? You know what changed it for
Question
me, man, bro?
everything, man.
Going to Panama and listening to those guys because they're, the Jews and Arabs aren't fighting.
Mhm.
All these guys, it's all money. They have 300 freaking banks in the city of
working
800.
together.
They're laundering money.
Working together.
It's called the Panama Papers. Open that
Yeah.
shit up if you.
They're working
Down
together.
there, and they're the ones who opened my mind. They were telling me stuff about bankers and people coming and how the U.S.
That's
pulled
crazy,
stuff with
bankers,
Noriega.
yeah.
And then I started reading. So they opened my eyes to real conspiracies that actually happened.
Bankers. That's all I got.
Bankers, mobsters. Like, the Russian mob is run by the KGB. They're the same people. And that's why people are talking about Trump is like Trump was groomed. Listen, Trump was groomed
to be
he
that.
worked with Russian mobsters. Everyone knows
The
that.
Simpsons even said that in freaking 2000 that he's going to run for fucking president.
The Russians
They were giving
in
you the
2005
fucking thing.
bailed him out. The one guy bought all the apartments. He was a Russian. He's been compromised. I don't believe he's a Russian shill either. He's not that smart.
Money begets money, man. Money,
dude. No one else. If you have no money,
with that much money, you keep all the other rich people close.
What they did to him is he doesn't run the day to day. They said we're gonna invest. We're gonna brand. Use your brand, and
yes,
we do. You take 25%. So
this is what I'm gonna tell you what the deal is. Honestly, 1963 November. That's when shit changed. That's when they thought they had Kennedy groomed to say this is what. When you hear Kennedy's last speech before he died, it's like there is a freaking
secret society.
Secret society trying to take over this thing. What happened to him? Pop, he get capped because the world wasn't ready. But
that's not a conspiracy to me. The JFK shit is not like he
was ready. The guy was ready to take down. 1913 was when the Federal Reserve took over America's banking system. And they think that it's government. No, it's a private bank. And they just leech
off. But there's so many people that wanted to kill JFK. So it's like you could either be the CIA, the New Orleans mob.
And that was the only thing.
His dad, the mob helped his dad get in bootlegging, and then he turned on them. So listen, someone killed him.
Because someone came up to him and say that this is what you need to do.
And then the Jack Ruby shooting is like struck from a movie. He walks up and it's just like, are you
know who killed him, right? It's the cops. The people in the Dallas people killed that.
Whoever it was, you pick. You could go from Cuba to the CIA. I don't care. That's a real there's no way he got shot by fucking Oswald.
But it keeps on going. But it keeps on going.
Oh, for sure.
After that,
everyone listen.
After that,
Martin Luther King. Malcolm X,
they took them all
because Kennedy. We'll even go to Bob Marley, Bruce Lee, Marvin Gaye, Tupac. I don't know. It's weird that anyone who jumps in the government gets shot.
I can see with the Tupac. But we'll get there.
But at the same time,
1963.
You don't think Suge Knight could have worked with the CIA?
The guy's been CIA.
That guy was so compromised.
He's hiding in jail.
That's what I mean. They're all compromised, man.
When I Get Free is one of the craziest. If you heard When I Get Free, this is what Pop said. He said it straight there. When I get free, I'm sitting in my jail cell and I can call up somebody, kill your whole family and stuff while I'm chilling. Who do you think he's talking about?
Yeah, for sure.
All right? He was giving everybody that game and stuff, and people didn't like that. He didn't want to stand in line. Oh, talk about private, talk about California law.
Dude,
this
is all interviews. Dude, he was talking real shit. Real shit.
The last songs on Machiavelli said it all, man. White Man's World, Hold Your Head, Me and My Girlfriend. That was a transition where people were like, who the fuck is this guy? He spoke truth. And they had to take him out. They did. Because he wasn't in line. But that's on a different level. I'll come back to the Kennedy thing. Since 1963, I call these guys, and they're lions. These guys are the guys who are like, yo, they are for universal law. You know what universal law is you can't hide and do whatever, because universal law is just karma. Whatever you throw out to the universe, it's going to come back tenfold. You got to show the universe something. Your intention to say, this is who I am, so you don't get that karma back. But these fucking devils, whoever took out Kennedy, whoever took out all these guys, they don't play by those rules. And now it's catching up to them. And it's been like that since 1963. They tried to do it in 1980. So what's happening now? There's this faction it happened in the Obama eras. Obama was the dude who was supposed to do the hope and change. Oh, change will come, do all this stuff. But this is what happened to this guy. This is what happened to Obama. They called him because how these guys operate is about blackmail and persuasion. He had some shit on him. They're like, no, this is what it is. If you've seen Obama videos, man, the dude's fucking a pothead. He's a partier. He's fucking a crackhead. The dude smokes so much crack. They had him in Chicago and stuff like that. He was doing Chicago. But there was this dude. His name is not even Obama. His name is Barry something, right? But the thing about it, they had this guy, and he's like, okay, I can make that change. But no, we got you, man. They got him as a president. They're like, oh no, we got you for 8 years. And this is what happened. That whole fucking thing. Clinton, the same thing. What do you think Clinton was the president? The reason why Clinton was the president is because they got shit on that guy. What was he doing back in the day when he was the governor in Mena, Arkansas? He was trafficking drugs. What do you think Bush was? What do you think Bush is the fucking president? Because his dad used to fucking run shit for the Nazis.
Bush has been in power for 200 years. They've been tied to the Taliban. It's 4 days before they sang with the Taliban.
In Saudi Arabia.
Oh, Saudi Arabia's the worst. Don't get me like.
They're not even Muslim. They're freaking some dudes, but it all comes down to those Khazaris. They're called the Khazaris.
It's called down to money. They got stupid money, man.
And the thing about what this guy is doing, what Trump is doing, he's taking the money away from him. That's the reason why he
not the Saudis. He's down with the Saudis. You know
how much the Saudis lost? How much money they lost when the dude fucking signed
that? He did, but they got the print now and rolling. They're bombing Yemen together. They're using American weapons for that shit.
No, when he signed that treaty for trafficking and stuff, the reason why all those guys got rounded up is because that's where that money is. People think it's oil and stuff. It's fucking slavery, man.
It's all of it.
That's what the money comes up. It's child slavery. It's all this stuff. That's where the money is. Organ trafficking. That's where that money is. And you know what Trump is doing? The reason why he signed the executive order is to take the money out. You take the money back. Once you keep taking the money back, those guys don't have money to give to these dudes to do this or whatever. So they can't fucking stage what they staged in 9/11. They can't stage another one. They keep trying to stage some crazy fucking thing.
My 9/11 thing, I don't think it was staged. I think they let it happen. See, yeah, that's my. I think
it was staged from back. I think
it wasn't staged. They knew it was going to happen. They knew it was going to happen. They had intelligence, and it wasn't from the government. They're just like, it's going to happen, and we're going to make money. I don't think they planned it. I think the one with the trillions that Rumsfeld, that was staged.
That been always taking money from money. And if
but the planes flying in were that day. I believe it.
I think they were missiles. They weren't planes. I think those.
No, I
think they were drone missiles.
Dude, I believe those guys. The Saudis did it purposely. They knew what was going on. The Americans let it happen.
Man.
Yeah, they let it happen. What better way to just pretend like you don't know? And just, I just don't believe that everyone can be together. I just don't believe that humans, that hundreds, if not thousands of people have to collude to keep a secret.
But how can you even, that was the worst shit you can do, because how can you say that shit collapsed on the top of each other, where when those fucking buildings blew up, it looked like a nuclear bomb went off?
Yeah, there's a lot of shit I don't understand.
There is no way.
I just don't believe people can. I just don't believe people can keep a secret, dude. I don't believe that many people for so long can keep a secret. I just don't.
About it is,
but the bombs. Hey, I can believe that. I don't believe they coordinated the planes. I believe those guys did that.
There were drones. They weren't even planes.
I think they used those people. I really do.
I think they killed those people.
They could have.
They used them.
And then they could have had explosives set up. That's a possibility.
A plane is made of tin. Have you seen a bird when it hits a nose plane?
Yeah, but
a
you're
fucking
rolling
bird?
at a crazy speed. Man.
But listen to this. Exactly.
So I don't
exactly.
know.
So
I don't
you
know
roll
about
at a
that.
crazy
I'm not
speed
smart enough for
on
that
a
shit.
freaking on a twin tower. This shit's gonna just go like this.
Maybe.
I think there was a missile in there, blew it up, but whatever. I'm not gonna do on the physics.
You know, this to me believes more sense. They knew these guys were gonna do this hijacking. They set explosives in these places. They let those guys go in there, then they do that. That makes sense to
They
me.
were trying to
But to coordinate that, I don't believe that.
Those guys
really
were trying to do that for fucking. They were trying to do that for 20 years. 1993.
But dude, I remember going on planes. You could walk on with a goddamn bomb and no one would do shit to
in
you.
1993, they
wasn't like
were
it is
trying
now.
to blow up the World Trade in
They
1993.
did. They blew it up in '94.
That was a test one.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's a test one.
Before 2001, you can get on a plane with a bazooka and no one would know. So, like, I can see it happening. I just don't believe that there's all these people coordinating to do it because you would need hundreds, if not thousands of people.
Within a world. Man.
I know, and everyone's going to keep quiet? Every single one.
No, not everyone's going to keep quiet because it's guilty consciousness.
That's what I mean. No one has come out and really said.
It's coming, man.
Well,
it is coming.
If it comes, then yeah.
It's coming.
I'm an open mind to it. I just don't believe that it was coordinated by the U.S. government anymore. I believe they led.
I'm going to put a little bit in perspective, though. It comes with the law of the universe, right? The law of the universe, where at that time, in our lifetime, where there's a shift of consciousness now. We're going into one of the biggest shifts. And as much as everybody thinks that this is out of left field and stuff like that, the sun is changing. That's the reason why shit's getting hot. That's the reason why shit is burning. That's the reason why we see a lot of volcanoes. The Earth is transitioning to something that we do not know.
Earth is basically a freaking lava ball.
Us living on it here are feeling the frequencies.
So you don't think? What about global warming? What is here?
Global warming is a bunch of bullshit to me. And I'll tell you this why it's a bunch of bullshit to me, right? The thing about it that do we affect
7 billion people?
Do we affect something like about 7 billion people do not drive cars?
Dude,
because the whole science of it is saying that this carbon dioxide is.
Have you been to some of these other countries, bro, and see what they do in the ocean?
How many?
There's no regulation.
But how many countries are really industrial evolutionized? China
and India. That's half the world's population.
India? How many?
What are you talking about, man?
But the thing about India is,
China and both of them, they're both their biggest polluters.
Same as Asia stuff.
Dude, that's 3 billion people. The garbage they burn, dude. Go watch enough documentaries on they burn their garbage in the street. They pollute the water.
They can burn the garbage in the street, but that doesn't mean one tree can give out more carbon dioxide than how many people drive in cars.
But listen, man,
this is all I gotta say. I'm not saying it's a hoax. I'm not going to say it's a hoax, but I'm just saying
that. No, but listen, we're on our cycle.
You cannot blame 7 billion people for what naturally happens.
I think it's 50% us and 50% the normal way because Alberta, why we have oil is we were the Florida Keys 100,000 years ago. We had lush waters and all the dinosaurs died, and that's why we have oil. And then it was an ice age. And the whole world froze, and now it melted, and now we're. But
I don't see it as. But the thing about it, I don't see it as.
It's
as
just natural.
Woman. I just see this as a natural progression.
But it's not. 7 billion people we're doing a
But just don't blame me over it. Don't blame me. Don't tell me I have to pay a carbon tax.
Well, dude,
because I'm doing.
Listen,
what's the carbon tax going to do for the Earth? What is it going to do if it's going to do its natural?
Well, if no one's going to sign, listen. If we all signed a pact worldwide and said by 2050 we're going to try and phase it out, but no one's doing it, so why are we playing a rule when we're not a big polluter? We only have 38 million people in this country, and we're humongous. So we're going to pay a carbon tax, and the biggest polluters, China's not paying it, America's not paying it in India. That's ridiculous. Now, should we be investing money into wind power? So yes. If you want to get those Tesla solar power things on your house and fund your house, you should be doing that shit.
Don't fuck with Tesla, man. This he's done.
He's not done.
Oh, he's done, man.
He just
the government is pulling the funds out. They're gonna get a different company.
He's got $18 billion. He doesn't give, dude. He was just on Joe Rogan smoking blunts. He has $18 billion. That's
he doesn't have $18 billion.
He does. He
The
doesn't
government has
care.
18
The
billion.
guy is a fucking genius. And
Do you think Tesla's a genius? I don't think he's a genius. To me, I don't think
he
he's a genius.
fucking created PayPal, dude. He's made so many.
I don't think
all
he's a
the
genius at all.
Okay. He
And I'll
created
tell
the
you
only way on the internet to pay. That's a huge. That's what he got his money from. Now Teslas are cool, man. They do what they are supposed to do. So he's an innovator. I'm not saying everything he does is right. I'm saying he's in the right thing. You're using way less. It's better for my family.
Mark Zuckerberg was a.
But Mark Zuckerberg doesn't give you anything. He gives a platform for him to steal your. What's a Tesla? A Tesla is an electric car that can drive itself, that can do all these things and help live your carbon footprint. And it's an enjoyable car that goes fast. Mark Zuckerberg does nothing.
But what's the
he does fucking
but
nothing.
The thing about it is, I think that this is what.
And if he pulls that shit off,
this is a lot of
SpaceX. He's doing rockets.
This is what lots of scientists are saying. Is just give me this too much research to be had to say that this is what global warming is. They need more research.
I would say 90%.
That's all I gotta say. They need more research to do it because
I don't think that's the majority of scientists.
The majority of scientists are saying that because they don't. The reason why they can't say that is because
you can Google that, man. You can do it. Listen, I'm just saying it's not 100% us. It's not, because the world is a push and pull. If you look at this place and look at the history of the world, we were frozen over by an ice age. We were flooded. We were hot. Alberta was hot.
I know.
Now we're cold. Who knows?
But
I think in 20 years, Calgary is like Florida, temperature-wise. It's changing.
The Earth is, though? What is in the Earth?
It's a big ball of lava.
But it's a living, breathing organ.
It is, and we're fucking polluting it.
And
we're chopping down trees. We're throwing dude. The plastic in the ocean. You're telling me that doesn't? The coral reef is done. It's dead.
But the Earth.
We did that.
What do you think the Earth does? What do you think when you? And I have this conscious God at, and he said it the best. It's like, what do you think the Earth does when it's sick? What do you do when you're sick? What happens?
Yeah.
You heat up.
Exactly. You
heat up. Right?
And you don't think we have no footprint in it?
We have a footprint, but it's not like what people are saying.
I say it's 50-50. It's 50-50.
7 billion with that one, with that. Like, honestly, dude, I can go to...
We pollute all day, man. We consume. See, the thing about it is even when you look at clothes, if you look at what's happened with like the H&Ms and the Old Navies of the world, is they make trendy clothes that are cheap. And we just throw them away now. We're making so much shit that doesn't biodegrade that it's causing problems. And no one can say that isn't the case. If you just say to me, it's a hoax, then I don't even want to talk to you. Now we can have this discussion because I believe some of what you're saying.
I'm not going to say dismiss it on that, but...
I don't believe we should be paying a carbon tax.
No, okay, that's what I'm saying.
No, I don't believe. If no one's going to participate, the biggest polluters, we're not even close to the biggest polluters. So why the hell?
Blame me.
And we make our own gas. Why am I paying $1.32? And we're importing our. And then the other thing, when I lived in Toronto, Toronto's gas was $20. They get their shit from Saudi Arabia. I live in the place the goddamn oil's being made, and I'm paying 30 cents a liter more.
I'm telling you, man.
It's that's fuckery.
We gotta get rid of the
carbon tax.
No, we gotta get it. The carbon tax and the fiat. The make money out of fucking nowhere and do whatever.
What do you mean to make money out of nowhere?
The thing about the fiat one is basically you can print money anytime.
Oh yeah. Right? Well, whatever. It used to be on the gold standard.
I think it's coming back.
Well, they can't because there's no gold. I know, but
there is gold left, but it's hidden everywhere.
But it used to be. Until what is like 74 or something? The dollar bill in the year. No, 74 is when it changed, when they started.
EPA, yeah.
So it was each dollar was the equivalent to a gold bar in the Federal Reserve, and it's not that anymore.
It's coming.
I don't think they have it, dude. They've been after the 2008. They printed
stupid
money,
it's been stolen,
and even Trump just said that they came out. They're like, "Can't we just print more money?"
No, no, you don't.
You can, but you're going to devalue all currency.
It's been devalued for the longest time.
It is, dude. And the other thing, too, is no one has any currency anymore. It's on a fucking computer. In one day, they can go like this, and then no one has anything.
The thing about what is backed up is people's taxes and freaking living wages. That's what it's backed off on. It's people's backs. and there's no jobs to back off all of it.
No,
now.
and then
now what's happening?
And automation's going to change. And then if Tesla does work with all these self-driving trucks that he's making, then all these jobs are gone. You're going to have half the population of North America is a driving culture.
But depends on how you throw it out, though. Depends on how you do it. Yes,
you have to give people. I think universal basic income is what you got to do. That's
universal basic income is. I just think
you cut out everything else.
I think you just got to get rid of the income. I think you just got to find a different system altogether.
Or you should do. I like Jesse Ventura had a good idea, man. You tax luxury items. You don't tax day to day. You want to go eat, you do that. You want to buy a Lamborghini? It's 40% tax. You want to be a baller? You want to buy a diamond chain? It's 40% income tax on that. The normal people like us, if we're buying bread, we're buying gas, you get that at the current rate.
Okay.
But you want to be luxury? You want to buy luxury items? You got to pay a tax on that.
That's a good idea.
That's a way to do it because listen, those guys all, it's the funniest because all these guys that are Mr. Patriots, they all hide their money in shell accounts in the Virgin Islands, in Panama, and they're talking about like, even Colin Kaepernick, like, oh, he's not a man of the people. It's like, the Koch brothers just hid $6 billion offshore, and they're talking about who's a patriot. Donald Trump's been robbing from not paying taxes for years. That's not a businessman. Then that loophole has a chip.
That's a businessman. You gotta be.
Yeah, but the businessman is you're playing by the rules set by the people that you say are controlling the rules.
Yeah.
So the rules need to change because these guys. I worked freaking as a snow. I work in the goddamn worst conditions. I paid my taxes, never missed a goddamn thing.
And
these
you're
guys.
the first one to get rolled by the government.
Oh yeah, they go after my mom, who was a social worker, for paying $5,000 more into an RSP. Yeah. Yet Trudeau's financial advisors hiding money. All these guys are
still on the foundation board, and he's our prime minister.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. These guys that pretend that they're like some nationalists, that they love our country, are the ones that are taking from our country.
Off a script.
They're raiding all of our wealth that we create because the people create the wealth, not them.
Yeah, I know.
Without us, they don't do shit. They raid from us, then they take all their profits and put it in another country, and then they blame us for the shit. And they make us fight each other. They divide us by race.
And it's just coming up, the biggest thing too. And
bro,
what happened? Remember when the bishops? All those bishops got charged for pedophilia. Yeah. Guess what freaking the Pope Francis just said?
What?
He's just like, I blame the devil for all these guys. It's the same shit. Same shit. What he's blaming something else, man. These guys are narcissistic psychopaths.
Dude, I'm a big gambler. And what they do, it's just like a gamble. What they do is divide the bet. Divide the people into black and white, rich and poor, liberal and conservative, and take the juice.
Yeah, divide and conquer.
Take the 15% and just keep raping that money and let everyone fight each other.
It's the oldest trick in the book, man.
That's what the problem is.
Like that
corporations are the problem.
Beginning of the time, man. Mm-hmm. This is the beginning of the time.
And I don't get mad at businessmen because they're following the rules made up by the people controlling the world.
Yeah, but the thing about me, like, what I'm talking about, that consciousness is, I've seen it. I'm seeing it right now, man. So basically, what's happening is people. As much as I thought I did lose faith like 10 years ago, but I'm seeing people now and they're like, "Fuck, no, why the fuck am I doing this? What the hell?" Because people are waking up, man. People are waking up. And I can see it.
That's why I say I'm one of the only guys that says I think Trump's a good thing because the people that don't like what he's doing are now engaged. Like me, dude, I never voted in an election my whole entire life because I just didn't. I'm not voting for any of these people. None of them represent. They don't represent anything I stand for or anything I believe in. But now Trump has changed people to like go and get engaged. And even Trudeau's done that. And it's a good thing when people are engaged. Talk.
He said the
Talk
best
to
thing.
the person who doesn't agree with you, man.
He said the best thing. He's just like, this shit is rigged, man.
Who said that?
Trump said it. He's like, this shit is rigged.
And this is the thing too.
And everyone's like, what? And no one has ever said that ever.
But dude, they call this guy stupid. The guy fucking won an election by putting up $5 million of his own. No one would give him $1.
No money.
He's
got the media to do it.
Don't give him. See, that's the problem that people are giving Trump, man. They're dismissing him as dumb and stupid. And the thing about it is They want him in here. He's a perpetual reality show.
Yeah.
So they can just take all the money. Everyone's like, did he fuck the porno star? Did Trump say this? Did he say the N-word? Did he do all that? No one get that means nothing.
But the smartest people are not looking at those distractions.
I'm not at all.
I'm looking at what's happening in the long run, man. And the long run is something.
What does it mean to anything that Trump had sex infidelity? What does it mean that Trump said? Like everyone knows Trump's a racist.
I don't think he's a racist.
Oh, dude, he loves money. That's it.
He's
exactly.
A guy,
so if you're a black guy, he
likes people who have money. So
what do you call it when it's against anyone poor? He doesn't like poor people. So the thing in the States,
what rich people
I know that's what I'm saying, and it comes to like he doesn't like black people because they're poor. He doesn't like the job. He just called Jeff Sessions a slow son.
No, he didn't say that.
Of course
it's been said on that one.
Dude,
he didn't
of course
say that.
He hates that guy.
No, he didn't say that.
Bro,
I gotta tell
Dave
you
Chappelle said the best on his thing. He goes, people voting. He's like, they hate poor white people more than they hate everyone else. They hate you more, man. But that's what the poor white people don't get. It's like they hate you.
But the thing about
they don't like you. The white people
this is what
in
takes
power
me
don't
off
like
about all this saying Trump is a racist. Back in the day, before he even ran for president.
Look what his dad did in the 70s.
Wu-Tang was calling this guy. Wu-Tang was calling him out. The guy was going to every fundraiser.
He's a celebrity. They're all rich, bro. They're rich.
This Kathy Griffin chick. It's like, I love you, Kathy Griffin. Oh, I love you, Donald Trump. Like, honestly, man,
dude,
it makes me sick. It makes me sick.
But dude, him and his father in the 70s and early 80s pulled out a ton of black people, and they would have a thing not to rent to black people. That's a fact.
But he did it.
He also,
and this is what
he did it all, and he beat the system.
This is what ticks me off. But who did it?
What do you mean?
Everybody thinks that.
Yeah, but
these
who
guys
did it?
Were
that means he's still a racist. He doesn't want black people in his place. That's racism.
The own people were doing the same thing to the black people.
I'm not saying
that either. I'm not going to be a Trump whatever.
He is a racist. He is a racist.
Money begets money.
That's what I'm saying. Will he hang out with Dennis Rodman? Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Will he hug Mike Tyson? Sure. But he's a racist.
If you're rich, you got something. If you're rich and you got something to offer me, I'll talk to you. If you're poor, you got nothing. It's the same exact thing. But is that being? But tell me, is that being racist?
White people.
Because I think it would be the same thing to a poor white dude. He's like,
he would. But the thing about it is,
got something for you.
Who has all the money? Mostly rich white men.
Yeah, mostly rich white men.
So that's what I'm saying. That makes you racist.
That make you racist.
Yes, 100%. And if you want to start.
I'm just saying that. I just think that it's not a racist thing. I think it's a class thing.
It's a class. It's both.
That's what it comes down to.
Dude.
And everybody just
a
thinks
narcissist that doesn't give a shit.
If you do not offer, if you don't offer anything to this dude, he ain't gonna have to waste time on you. You can't come up with a handout saying that, oh, I need this, I need that. Fuck you. I don't need anything from you. This is what I'm saying, and that doesn't make you racist. That just makes you.
He's a racist.
Bit bigoted. I don't know what it is. But
they're all racist.
So tell me the truth. If I was him, if I was rich as fuck and stuff like that, poor guy came up to me and I was built up or whatever it is, what do you have to offer me?
Yep. Well, that's the people. If you're gonna be a civil servant and serve the people, then you should care. That's the whole thing about it.
And I think
he doesn't care.
But the thing about it,
he gives
I
zero
think
fucks.
He might get into that because honestly, he's not taking a penny out of the civil service. Yeah. But honestly, he's not a perfect dude. I'm not going to say he's perfect. I'm not going to be a Trump sympathizer and stuff like that. But to tell you the truth, I don't think he's a racist guy. I don't think he is. I just think that he's basically he was born as a business dude and stuff like that. If you have nothing to offer the dude, you have nothing to offer. You have something to offer him?
I know,
yes,
but he's just so... Dude, he's such a hypocrite. His
family
came over as immigrants. His wife came over as a chain immigrant. He just brought her parents in. Chain immigration. Her parents have nothing to offer this country. They're old. They can't work. They have no skills.
One knows What?
But the Mexicans can't get it?
But listen,
Syrians
no,
can't get it?
but
Fuck
listen to
that
this.
bullshit.
But listen to this.
My family and your family.
But
came
listen
over
to
here
this.
as immigrants.
Exactly.
don't
I
fuck
did
with
come back
That's
as an immigrant.
racist shit.
No, I came in as an immigrant, but I did it the right way. I didn't come over here and bust out the door saying that, oh, I need to be on here. I need to sign my documents. I need to be vetted, and I need to come in here. That's how I got in here. There's no way I'm going to let people just run into the thing saying that, oh, whoa, how come I cannot be here? Did you go through the right way?
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Dude, my family was running for Nazis when they came to Canada. They came to the border with nothing.
I know, but it's different.
So it's not different because his family was from his wife is from a war-torn country. She has nothing to offer, but she's fine. It's not different times.
It is.
It's hip. No, it's
not.
It is
different times.
Why? What are Mexicans doing? They don't do shit but
time.
build the economy. Are you kidding me?
They go, okay.
What white person? It's the same thing, dude.
This
is my thing about it, too. They're always like, they take our jobs. Go to Tim Hortons. How many fucking white people work at Tim Hortons? How many white people work at a Max? No one. How many white people are cleaning shit? No one.
It's
so
whatever.
Fuck that
but
shit.
They
do stuff that no one else would do, man.
This is one of the craziest freaking migrations of all time. And guess what he's throwing that on? In Europe and stuff, in Germany and stuff, all those people coming from Syria and stuff, war-torn countries and stuff, you don't think those guys are not part of the army?
Dude, they're running from fucking people from living.
Not all of them are.
Not all of them, but the thing, then you have to vet them a bit. But if they show up at your border, they're running from death, like my family was.
Crime rate has gone up.
Of course
in
it
Germany, Sweden.
Okay.
Because of the migrants and stuff like that.
That's fine.
The reason why the crime rate went up is because half those guys, or most of those, not most of them, but probably a majority of them, are getting kicked out because we got armies going in there, taking out their armies, and these guys are migrating over here.
The Americans are invading countries and destabilizing shit, and they're running to get away from being killed. Or the people from Guatemala they have MS-13 and people terrorizing them, and they show up at your border. They just went. You don't think who fucking walks 4,000 miles to a border they don't know they're gonna do if they're not running from something, man?
They're running from something, but how many people want to run from there? If you're not bombing the country,
what about Venezuela, man?
Colombia has been like that for long. If they get rid of the drug dealers and stuff like that, if they get rid of that army,
no, I'm saying the Venezuela,
they'll be fine. They would be fine.
No, well,
someone's causing. I don't know who's causing not to stop.
I'm just saying, dude. No one shows up at a border. No one runs through mountains. No one does anything.
You gotta vet him right. He's not saying that you can't come over here.
Dude, they're fucking the ice. Dude, if you're already in the thing and now they're deporting people that have been there for 30 years, man. Are you fucking kidding me? People that have kids here.
But the thing about it is,
you're looking
at that. But they're also deporting the people who've been murdering people.
Yeah, that's fine.
All that stuff.
Listen,
and that's what I'm saying.
But they're also deporting people that have nothing to do with nothing. It's not tit for tat. They're terrorizing people. It's terrorizing. It's a terrorizing mentality. That's terrorist shit.
If they can get those guys out there, if you're illegal, you gotta get out, buddy. You have to.
But if you've been there for 30 years, you can't.
It doesn't matter.
See, I disagree. You're talking about vetting a dude that's been there 30 years that has been working, paying taxes even.
I don't think he's paying taxes.
No, dude, there's guys that have been permanent. There's guys that have been born there. Now
if you're a permanent resident,
they said that their fucking birth certificates are fake because of one doctor. They're deporting them. I'm saying that's not vetting. That's being a terrorist. If a guy's been there for years, I'm saying when people show up at the border, let's talk to them. Why the fuck are they here? Now, if you have 4 men that are all look like us in their 40s that show up and we're scared, then yeah, you better talk to them. But if a family shows up and you're separating fucking babies from women, I don't agree with that ridiculous. Shit.
I don't.
Women, honestly, I don't agree with, dude. What are women? How many women fucking terrorists are there?
But how many detention camps have been freaking this been blown out of proportion, man?
To scare
it's
people.
It's blown out of proportion. That's what
I'm
saying. Half the time,
that should never happen. Okay, bro. You should never take away your family.
If you're telling me that,
I'm not just that. Obama started that. So let's not get on that bullshit.
But if you're telling me that
wrong all the way.
One of these people on there, there was this lady, for example, she had 2 of her kids running into, you're throwing my kids in a detention center. there was this guy. He didn't even know that his ex-wife took his kids over the border.
But dude, that's one story.
There's so many stories.
It is, but you can't separate a mother from her kids. Sorry.
There's so many stories, buddy.
Yeah,
what can you do?
What can you do? Keep them together.
Okay,
At least be humane.
But you need to find out if these kids are the ones. Because there's lots of things you don't do over the border.
Yeah,
there's kids who can.
You don't have to separate them for days, man. Take the kid into another room and then talk to him. Bring him back to the mother.
Is that the mother?
That's what you figure out. But they're separating them for months. They're separating for months. How long?
They're figuring out.
But how long does it take you to? I have fucking 4-year-olds, dude.
Man.
I could talk. I wait till your kid's 4.
I just told you.
I will tell you right now, these kids. If you had them for an hour, they'd be like, "That's not my." They would figure that shit out real fast.
But I just told
they're being barbaric.
No. But I just told you what is the most number one thing which has the most money to make is fucking trafficking.
Yeah, I get that.
Exactly. So you're telling me that if you separate, ask them whatever it is. You just paid you $5,000 or whatever to take a kid or whatever.
I'm talking talk to the kid.
But check this out.
The kid is going to tell you.
But you can manipulate the kid saying that if you say anything, we're going to kill your fucking family.
I'm telling you right.
That's all I'm going to say though. How can you fucking take it, man?
If you take a 4 or 5-year-old, they don't care. They're going to spill the beans, man. You can't. I know. I'm around them all the time.
I hope they can.
Yeah,
but all I'm saying is, most of the time,
I would rather them stay together because the chance of them being human trafficking, I think, is way less than it's an actual mom running.
You would never know. Like honestly, you would never know because.
So you think it's all right, man?
No.
That's like when my family came over here. They separated everyone from their family for months. That's fucking ruined that kid for life, man. But it's over. That kid is never gonna get over that PTSD. But listen, and if they do get it,
there's sophisticated things to traffic.
Listen. Have the mom with that kid. Talk to him separately.
Is that the mom?
But you're already detaining him. Watch him for a month.
Is that the mom though?
That's all I gotta say. Then figure it out when you sit there.
Because I'm going to tell that.
Have interviews. Don't just separate them.
That's all I'm going to say in Haiti. When that earthquake happened, how many kids disappeared from Haiti and all of a sudden went around the world? No one fucking knew about that. There was one person on the Sun Foundation named Laura Salisbury. She fucking detained 33 freaking kids. Yeah. She had them at the fucking port. And they're like, oh, well, you have all these kids on the port and stuff like that. She's like, oh, no, don't worry. They're all orphan. We're going to take them to a better life and stuff like that.
But that's what I'm saying.
Most of those kids had freaking family waiting for them.
But if a woman shows up with a kid, a woman shows up with 33 orphans? Yeah, fucking take the kids away.
Even 2. I don't care if it's 33 or 2. You never fucking know.
Yeah, until it was your wife came across. And then
you never know, buddy.
Yeah, you never know. And that's why I would rather have a kid. I have 2 4-year-old daughters.
You gotta vet it. You gotta vet them. I don't give a fuck.
Put them in the same place. Keep the mother with the child.
I think we're agreeing to disagree. But honestly, it's like sit down.
I just have children, man. I can't.
If you keep up with a kid or whatever, I don't want. Honestly, reason why. That's the order. That was what the executive order was, man.
Yeah, it's a piece of shit.
Trafficking.
It's bullshit.
And the thing about it, they have to separate them to see what the deal is, man.
That's fine. We'll agree to this.
Maybe something different, but honestly,
it's fucking barbaric. That's some bullshit. And again, Obama's the guy that started it.
It's barbaric to take kids away from the parents.
It is, and that's both. So that's what I'm saying, both ways. So you just have to, like, what I'm saying is, you're saying it's barbaric to take them away from the kids, and then if you do it at the American border, it's the same barbaricness. There's no difference. But because you're trying to stop something, you're being barbaric in the same way.
But what can you do, though?
Not do that. And then
so you're telling me that, okay, here's a scenario, though, right?
I'm saying, how
all of a sudden, here's a scenario. Coming from Venezuela, right?
This is my one question.
Okay.
How many kids with women at the border do you think are human trafficking kids?
Human trafficking?
What's the percentage?
In Venezuela and Colombia?
I'm saying the U.S.-Mexico border, how many women that show up with a kid that they're splitting are human traffickers?
I would say 35%.
Okay, so that...
I would say 35%.
So then 65% you're off. So you have to go with the 65%. Because now You're taking away now it's 100%. Now you've 100% taken a kid away from the mom.
But how many people are saying that they're splitting all those people coming to the border and stuff like that. But how many people go through anyways?
Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying, if you're trying to stop 35% trafficking and now you just made 100% separations, now you just have changed 35 to 100%.
But if you have your documents, if you have all that stuff.
But you might not have that shit when when my family came from Greece, the Nazis came into a village. They hid under a girl's skirts when the army came in there. They ran came across the water and showed up here. Do you think they had care? Oh, make sure I got my fucking documents.
But I know, buddy. I know how hard it is.
I wouldn't be talking here right now if it wasn't.
I know, but so I know that. I know.
I care.
It comes on
my family wouldn't exist.
It comes
it's
on
not emotional
level.
It's called being humane. That's humanity, helping other people running from fucking oppression.
But you also,
and if you're batting 65% over 35, I'll take that.
But humanity is also helping these kids to not getting into a fucking slavery.
So
or
like what I'm saying is you're now making
this is all I'm gonna say about it.
Listen, human trafficking is a big problem.
It's the biggest problem in the world right now, man.
It's pretty bad.
So this is and the thing about it, what that shit was on, because you never know who's coming down the border. And the guy's like, yo, you're throwing all these people out because you think you're going to change the vote. It's not, man. It's to fucking kill little kids, do whatever it is, man. It's the worst thing.
I just don't see it.
It's the worst thing. And people are like, oh, why is he doing this? No one knows why he's doing it. But the thing about it,
I know why he's doing it. He's trying to they're trying to divide us. They're trying to terrorize everyone. They're trying to put fear in everyone so they don't understand that they just did trillions in tax cuts, that they're stealing all the money, that they're cutting all regulation. That's what they're doing it for. It's a fucking the reason Trump's in there, the reason the establishment tolerates Trump is because they're doing all this fuckery behind the backs of everybody. Both sides. They're happy that Trump's doing this. You think that they're not? Dude, if they really were, why did they give him more money? Listen, everyone's talking, the Democrats especially. He's unhinged. He's a crazy person. They just gave him $8 billion more fucking money for guns. So my friend's insane. Yo, man, my homie's got mental problems. Bro, we're going to give you a backpack full of guns. That's what they just did to a guy who's unhinged. But
the research about it is like what that $8 billion one says that what you hear about is that. But you got to keep on delving a little bit deeper. What is that $8 billion going to?
To overthrow
you never
companies
know, but you never know. But you never know what that is going to.
To go shoot Assad, which is bullshit. To go fucking take over Venezuela.
Trust me, man.
Assad's never. That was a bullshit. They want to talk about false flags. The Americans gassed those people. And that's what I believe 100%.
This is what I'm going to tell you. There's a faction within a faction, T. And the faction I'm talking about is the deep
state. The Americans have been destabilizing the world for hundreds of years.
Who call themselves America. There's another faction, which is the Alliance, which is basically trying to live by the Constitution, get all your rights and stuff. This is what I'm trying to talk about. And then everybody thinks that this is what America is about. America is a different there's a different freaking group who's trying to take over that. It started after Obama years. They tried to get Clinton in there to keep on going, and they got this guy. What happened, Obama came up to one of these dudes, one of the admirals, the biggest guys of all time, the biggest people you can't fuck with in America is the military, right? And military, there's a lot of good guys in the military. They go by the institution.
Yeah, they do what they're
General
told.
Admiral Rogers. Obama came up and was like, you need to give Saudi Arabia and you need to give Ukraine 3 of our aircraft carriers. Those aircraft carriers are about $1.5 billion each, whatever. And the guy's like, no, fuck you, I don't want to. What happened to the guy? He got fired. And the guy, big up, he's one of the biggest guys. He's like, if this guy gives these carriers to these dudes, pretty much the world is done. Because if you have aircraft carriers, and if Hillary Clinton got into the White House, she would hit a no-fly zone, and all they do is keep bombing Syria, we'll keep bombing Libya, we'll keep bombing all that. So what happened with this guy? He's like, I need to do something about it. So what they did, because Trump was thinking about running in 2000. He was thinking about running. So they approached him and they're like, listen, man, you need to run. We'll get you in. Just say whatever. We'll get you in. Here's the plan. You need to do this. And Trump's like, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to. And you know what made him change his mind? You remember that speech Obama did at the correspondence when he started talking shit to Trump about was my birthday or was this, and he did the Lion King, and you see how Trump was. He's like, what the fuck? And then he's like,
Michael Moore said the best thing too. He said the reason Trump's president is because Gwen Stefani. Did you see that?
No.
Because Gwen Stefani got paid more on whatever the show, The Voice, and he was angry about that. So he ran I believe he's fucking. That's who he is, dude. He's a fucking
narcissistical guy. He's a narcissist.
He's the greatest marketer.
Of
all. That's all again what I'm saying.
All time.
He's the ultimate mafia. You want to talk about John? Everyone's like wants to be Scarface or John Gotti. Dude, he is the most. He's been bankrupt. He's robbed everyone. He's stolen. He's been racist. He's done everything, and he's still fucking is a president.
He's mafia.
Give him his props,
and the
bro.
thing about
that's why rappers loved him. See, that's the thing, because they all knew he was gangster. That's why people loved him. And now he's changed. It's just
so. This is what happened after that. Admiral Rogers says that. Listen, we got this set up for you. We got this set up for you. We got this set up for you. All you need to do is run, right? Because then the reason why, then all of a sudden something happened in the Democratic Party. You see, Bernie Sanders was like, oh yeah, everybody was behind Bernie. And they won Hillary.
He would have won for sure.
Yeah, they won Hillary one. So they fucked up the whole thing.
Yeah, that's 100%.
And that's the reason why Seth Rich got murdered, because he's like, here's the shit they're trying to do. So they killed that guy off, got Hillary to run, and then all of a sudden, you know who got the reason why the media's on Trump saying all these shit and stuff like that. They put in about $3 or $4 billion in Hillary Clinton.
It's not, dude.
And they're like, he's gonna win. Listen. But what Trump did, what the admiral says, like, don't worry. They went in, they took over all those voting machines. If you think the democracy is like, oh, you vote and stuff like that, electronic vote, it's not true. It's not true. So they switched on, they took over the voting machines, they switched over, Trump won. And these guys are carrying out this plan, right? And what this plan is coming about, you know, the Pfizer memo and stuff like that, which is happening. I don't know if you know about that Pfizer memo, right? Let's go. So basically what happened is they had an insurance policy of if Trump won, they would try to impeach him, they try to do all this stuff. So they made some bogus, it's a Pfizer court. That's what was made in 2001 after the World Trade Center. Yeah. So basically FBI says this is what you do. They take it to a grand jury. Now they can indict you to whatever it is, if it says. But they made this document saying that he did something with some Russian hookers and all that stuff, so we can go get him. Did. So listen to this. Shut up.
He definitely got him on tape with that shit.
But listen to this. They're trying to do all this stuff. Didn't work. Now he's going to release that 26 pages, which is going to just kill whoever it is. It's not Democratic or Republican anymore. It's about this deep state who's been infiltrated since 1963, and it's the same people. Dude, it's the same exact people who've been trying to...
It's establishment politics. They're all... Everyone said Bill Clinton ran as a Democrat. He's basically a Republican. Who started for profit prison? Who started for profit prison? Who started for profit prison? Bill Clinton. Who started that crack was 23 times the charge of normal coke? Bill Clinton. Who started, we'll go off on all this. And then Barack Obama started more wars than all the presidents combined. He went NSA. You know, have you seen that PBS documentary on Snowden? So... this is the funniest thing about that documentary. What president do you think when they said we need to watch more on you? And I say we need to do. Who's the guy who said no? Who said no?
I don't know.
George W. Bush. said this is going too far. He wouldn't
know why
sign
it was
it.
going too
They
far?
went to a fucking hospital room and made the dude sign the fucking paper.
You know why
And
it's
Comey was one of the dudes that was there.
And
So
he's been in the fucking
so
game for a long
George
time.
W. Bush, who everyone hated, was the guy who said this is going too far. He gets out. Obama, 4 times the NSA, says he's going to help whistleblowers, fucking throws everybody under the bus. He's the worst of them all, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Obama was like, he's a great speaker, and listen, he didn't stoke the racism like Trump
He's a
did.
great speaker.
And the
One more fucking thing
racism,
about
Trump
it.
started this, he brought out the racism in people that was dormant, which...
It's bullshit.
But no, it's not
I don't
bullshit.
care,
it's
man.
real.
It is.
Dude, it's even in Alberta, I see it, man. All this
Come
fucking
on,
shit.
man. The people
No,
who
man.
don't see what the real agenda is. That's all I gotta say.
I
It's the
agree.
worst
I'm
thing
just
ever,
saying
man.
stoking racism is never fucking good. It's not a good
Because
thing.
that is the biggest
It's bullshit.
That is the biggest
Fucking
fucking
bullshit.
getaway thing ever. That's the
He
most
did it, dude.
dismissive shit of all time. Oh, he's racist. Really?
He stoked racism. Are you
Really?
fucking... Dude, you can't say he did.
Really?
He stoked it.
Honestly,
He
Obama, like
He
this
didn't
shit has
stoke
been sitting
racism
over
like
there.
that. Obama
You
didn't
gotta
state
be
it.
joking me. It's been there. It's been there.
But,
And
okay,
nothing
so
that
why
he's-
doesn't
why
Donald...
was he
Okay, this is
stoking
my...
it, man?
Okay, so when all these white people have shot up everything lately, why doesn't he say, man, we got to worry about loner white males?
There's a bigger agenda.
There's
than
not a big...
that,
I'm
man.
saying he's a fucking racist
There's a
because
bigger agenda
he
than
goes...
that, man.
Molly Tidbits gets fucking murdered by an illegal guy who was hired by a Republican fucking politician to work on his farm.
It was the same thing as
No,
it was
but
the
he
same-
doesn't. They focus on that. But
It
the
was-
white guy who shoots up a Madden tournament, the
It
white
was the
guy
sa-
who runs over, the
it was
white
the-
guy who shoots up
buddy,
a mosque, no one talks
It was
about
the
it.
same thing
Fucking
in the Obama
bullshit.
era. It was the same thing
It
in the
wasn't the
Obama
same.
era. Yeah, it was, man.
Obama. When
Did
did
he ever? Okay,
when
so
did he stoke racism?
so when George what's it called? Zimmerman killed the black kid.
Yeah,
He
bullshit.
killed it. He didn't say nothing about that. When fucking
He
another no, he didn't. All those police
He didn't,
shootings,
but
under
he didn't
his wa-
stoke the
all
racism. He
his
didn't
po-
say anything.
All this police shooting under his watch, he didn't say nothing about it. And then all of a sudden now this shit happens with Trump with all the white people killing
But
killing
dude,
all these
black
innocent
people have
people.
been getting killed
No
way
one
more
said
in the
it,
last
man.
4 or 5 years. Are you?
It's the same
Dude.
thing, man. No one's stoking nothing, man.
He's
This racism shit, calling someone racist when you don't know the content of the
He's
character.
dude. He's
when you don't
fucking
know the
racist.
content
His
of the-
whole
of the
his whole
character.
entire career he's been racist. So what makes him not racist now?
Okay, so
he had racist
okay,
policies
you
for
give
his
me the
places.
example.
He
You
did
give me an example of
okay.
why
he,
he's
the,
racist.
the Central Park Five. The guys that were supposedly raped a white woman. He fought and he said they're black. Those guys were innocent. He still doesn't say they're innocent. He also him and his dad colluded to move black people out of their buildings in the 70s and 80s. He had code words.
Do you know
he
why?
I know
But
why,
you know
because
why he moved them.
yeah, it doesn't matter. It's fucking
That's all
racist.
I'm gonna say. But you know why he moved them.
That's racist.
If you can do more research, because
He wanted to make more
it's
money
just
by
a
raping
fact,
white
you know?
people.
It's just
Just
it's
like what
a
happened in
policy or
Brooklyn, bro.
whatever it is.
Right now, Brooklyn is all white fucking vegans walking around hipsters. Motherfuckers that look like
On
me.
who else? On who else?
What do you mean on who
On
else?
who else?
They
On
took
who else is
all
why?
the black people who had lived there for 50 fucking years, or in San Francisco, or Oakland.
Oh,
They
Compton,
lived there
or
for
whatever.
years, and now they force
That's
all the
under-
poor people out.
So that's
and
like
they
a Trump
give-
squash then.
No, that's the world. I'm saying Trump's a racist. I'm not saying he invented racism. He's a fucking racist.
No.
That's 100%. Obama's a fucking shill. I don't know if he's racist. I think he's a fucking plant. I think he was planted there. I'm just saying that Trump is a fucking racist. His people in power, Jeff Sessions, is a fucking racist. I don't think there's anything against what they're saying. Now, borders, we can have a debate on that. We can do these things.
I can say a debate on borders for a long time.
You can. That's a fair debate. That's why people talk. And now people don't talk anymore. I'm just saying those guys are racist. And they're classist. 100%. But at the same time, is he different? Bill Clinton was a fucking racist too. He's the one who made for-profit prisons. He's the one who put all these black people in jail for fucking crack that's the same as coke and all. The difference is, well, rich white people got coke.
It's a classist, man.
That's what I'm saying.
The reason why
it's racist and it's classist because most of the people with no money are fucking of color.
If you delve deep into that crack and cocaine era, the reason why that shit was put down on it, this is what I'm gonna tell you. Bill Clinton was trafficking cocaine.
Of course.
Okay.
And he opened for-profit prisons to put the people in jail that he hooked on his product.
But listen.
And he's a racist, too.
But listen to this.
He's a fucking racist.
But listen to this. If I take that shit out of it, the racist shit out of this, check this out. I'm a drug dealer. Bill Clinton was a drug dealer, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I get to the top of the mountain, right? And there's this guy who can come up to me and say, "Hey, I can buy a fifth of your product and make these little rocks and sell it 4 or 5 or 6 times the amount you were selling at." No, listen to me.
No.
But listen.
That book tells you exactly what they did.
The amount.
That drug they made with the shit residue, they knew that was going to hook everyone.
You know what that residue was from? It was from Venezuela.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
They studied it and they hooked the poorest people on it and then put them in jail for it.
Was making more money than freaking the government of the USA.
Yeah.
He was. So
Because
what do you think it is? This guy is taking over your market. Exactly. So what are you going to do? You're going to try to put that dude into...
It wasn't that, dude.
No,
it was a coordinated
that's
for the CIA.
Basically what it is.
No, the CIA made crack because they knew it would hook the poor people.
No, CIA did not make crack.
Yeah, they did.
CIA was just trafficking guns and trafficking...
Bro,
CIA
it even says in his book.
No, CIA was trafficking... Listen. CIA was trafficking drugs.
They knew
guns
how to
and
make
cocaine.
crack, dude. Because of the problem in Venezuela. They knew that you could hook the poorest people on the shit that's a cheaper product. Then you make for-profit prisons, and then you make the charges 23 times more.
You just get rid of the middleman. That's all you're doing.
You're making profit from all. All your rich white people doing your coke at full price don't go to jail. All the poor people now are going into the industrial complex and getting you're getting 50 grand a head for each one of them. And on top of it, you start gangster rap that promotes selling drugs and doing drugs. And I believe in that as a conspiracy more than anything. Exactly. So you glorify, you basically do like a home shopping network on being cool. Selling drugs, going to jail. You get all the poor people in jail, everyone's making profit, and all the people that are doing your product at full price don't go to jail.
I'm just saying, man, it's a dirty world we live in.
It is a dirty world. I'm just saying they're all racist. Every single one of them are fucking racist. And they know how to stoke our race. What I always say is, dude, your neighbor, whoever your neighbor is, that's who you're in the struggle with. Your next door neighbor is fucking...
Would it be different? Would it be different if all of a sudden that crack cocaine actually did move to the suburbs? Imagine it was
it's terrible.
Imagine it was planted in the suburbs instead of the ghetto. Because the reason why all that shit was happening, because a lot of people were making a lot of money.
Why do you think about people care? It wasn't that much crack in the suburbs, not like opiates.
See, that came like insane.
When did the opium epidemic? When do you think it started? When they raided Afghanistan? Then they give you fucking pain pills. They get you hooked on the fucking drugs. Then they pull the pain pills. And where does all the heroin come from? Do I need to spell that shit out for you? It's the same move they did in the 80s, man. But now it's white people that are the most guys that are using the opiates and the painkillers. So now it's an epidemic. No one gave a fuck about crack. They did to a certain extent. But now when you got white guys fucking ODing, you got all these like mill towns or everyone's ODing. But again, when did opiates? No one. Dude, when we were growing up in the 90s, there was no fucking opiates. Are you kidding me?
No, I know.
Now, they raid Afghanistan. The whole world's flooded with... Go to Vancouver, man. You want to see fucking pure heroin? Shit everywhere? How did it get here? Are you fucking kidding me?
It says it was happening when I went to East Hastings 10 years ago.
But, dude, now it's crazy. They got fucking...
heroin
they thought it's insane. The heroin's so cheap. And the thing is, what are you going to go pay $30 for an oxy? on the street, or are you going to buy some heroin? That's way cheaper.
But
Again,
all I gotta
they
say,
made
man,
it's the same
it's
cycle
something
over and
else,
over
man.
again. And I think
And
that's what the good
what
thing about
pisses me
Trump
off- but
is
what
people
pisses
are
me
waking
off
up to the
about
way
it
the
is
world
just-
works.
Yeah, but what pissed me off is I don't think it's about racism. I think it's something bigger than that.
It's about race. It's
I
about.
think it's something bigger than that. And
I'm not saying.
if you just
I'm not saying they
categorize
make
it
no.
into
Listen,
something,
I don't think Donald Trump or Bill Clinton go, I'm a fucking racist. I think they go, I want to make so much goddamn money. What's the best way to make the money? Hook all the poor people. Who are the poor people?
Okay.
The people of color, the people struggling,
But with
man.
that argument, though, the guy already made all this money.
Who?
Oh, Donald Trump. He's worth $7
He's
billion.
a narc, dude. Why does Jeff Bezos need to fucking keep making money?
Jeff Bezos
if I
is
made
funded by the government.
I'm
He's
telling
funded by the
why
CIA.
do these guys never?
Just like
bro,
fucking
why do they never stop?
Mark
It's
Zuckerberg,
because
man.
it's a fucking game and you can't have enough. Me, you give me $10 million, bro, you won't ever see me again. I don't need to be the number one alpha. I don't give a fuck.
You don't have a choice in that matter when you're in that game, though.
That's all I'm saying. But dude, you get
Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, they
want to play the game.
No, he doesn't want to play the game.
Oh, why? You think
they don't have a choice?
They do.
They do not have a choice, man.
Well, what about Tom from fucking
MySpace?
He takes photographs. He can't do it. That's what I'm saying. You have a choice. Tom left Facebook probably with not Facebook. MySpace probably $400 or $500 million.
500. He's $4 billion.
Oh, whatever he's got. He takes He's a photographer now.
He's like, I don't need that shit.
It's all
but
about.
He started the surveillance, though.
I'm just saying. Yeah, you might. But the thing is, I think Tom was pure. I think he really wanted to make a social network. I enjoyed MySpace.
I know Tom was pure.
And he started getting all these people like, gotta do this, all these fucking shady motherfuckers, and he's like, I'm cashing out now.
Yeah.
I'm not getting entwined in this.
Fuck off.
Mark Zuckerberg wants to be fucking the head guy.
Yeah,
Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos want to be this.
Those guys are the biggest dorks of all time who wants to have the power because
they're really smart guys that are narcissists. That's it.
Are they narcissists or they're just the guys who got beat up in the fucking?
That's what. But that makes you a dude. If you got beat up every day, and now you're a fucking billionaire, and you can stick it, that's what you have in your crop, bro. That's what your mantra is. It's like how Michael Jordan, he gets his Hall of Fame speech, and he does. He says, "My high school coach."
What made Michael Jordan?
He's a hater when he's going into the.
Psychopath.
I'm not saying
Michael Jordan is a psychopath.
That's what I'm saying. He's a fucking.
He came up and he's like, "Yo, I did."
Dude, what other guy would have? Everyone else is all so nice. He's like, "My high school coach is like, bro,
his high school coach is like, fuck you."
Yeah.
Yeah, out of there.
So
and he's just like, ting.
He's a billionaire,
and then that didn't fucking leave him. That didn't leave him.
And that's him. Michael Jordan is the same as these guys. These guys are hyper competitive, and they want to get more and more and more. The Koch brothers, they just want to consume and be the alpha. Again, when you make it, it's like in this neighborhood, you want to have the nicest picket fence, and maybe you want a nicer car. You go on who you're with. If you move up, me and you become millionaires. Say we make a movie, then you're like, I want to be better than these guys. Then all of a sudden we make an app, and we're fucking billionaires. Now we're competing with. When does it stop? If you're a competitive dude, when do you just cash out? It's hard for a lot of people, man. That's why Tom from MySpace is an interesting cat. Like me personally, I'm competitive to a point, but I also don't want to get involved in fuckery. So if I make my money, I'm out, and I don't want to be involved in that because I know what comes with more money. I see it. I've known it. I've hung around a lot of rich people in my life. I understand that, dude, and you're never richer than someone else. Someone else is always richer than you until you fucking die. Unless you're Jeff Bezos.
And that's what I
think. And he's going to lose. And Warren Buffett and these motherfuckers.
Unless you're the Rothschilds. Because that's exactly what they've been doing.
But that's what I mean. I'm not competing. I don't care. I just want to live a good life with my family and have a good time.
The Illuminati has been put on because what the Illuminati is, it's all a bunch of these nerds. That's how they are. They're a bunch of nerds who sat down. They're like, oh, we've been kicked around all our lives. Oh, we're going to make everybody pay. Yeah. That's all they've been doing the whole time, and that's 100%. Basically the virus just kept on spreading.
And then you get,
Then you
can do any. When you have $20 billion, you're like
$20 billion.
I'm just saying
trillion, man.
Whatever you got, you can You just can off people. You can just do whatever. You push a button.
Yeah.
You have everything you want. It's a different world. I don't understand that world. I've never been in a billionaire place.
It's a world.
I've hung out with billionaires.
That's what I'm saying.
I've never hung out with billionaires.
And that's the thing. All those worlds are clashing right now, T.
Oh, yeah.
All these worlds, we know what
we're getting
we
information.
know what they're doing.
Yeah, 100%.
They know they knew what we were doing.
Well, they know what we're doing at the moment.
Exactly. But now, what the biggest fall was is the internet.
You keep doing
now
it.
You know what to do.
You keep doing this. Your BlackBerry is gonna be tapped like a motherfucker, bro.
I don't give a fuck. I want to get the
I.
truth out, man. And
I
the
give a
truth
shit
is,
either, man.
the truth is this, man. Yeah, I can't survive the next when I'm close to a next man. You know, I don't need to be afraid of me walking out of my house. I don't need to be afraid to get my house taken away, my car taken away, just because I'm doing all this stuff. Because some dude who is probably less than me saying that needs to happen.
All I know is this, bro. If they don't change their ways, the people that run this shit, we're coming for them. And we're going to overthrow.
It's happening,
dude.
man.
Every single dynasty on world history is
done.
gone.
Roman Empire.
If they keep
Egyptian.
continuing to take our money and everyone's going to live poor,
we're
showing up in the White House, we're showing up at these places, and we're going to remove them.
People are tripping.
We're going to physically remove them, like some old school, like they did Gaddafi.
It has happened, man. Gaddafi was the worst.
I'm just saying, I could see that happening in Canada. I could see it happening everywhere.
I'm going to say that with Gaddafi. This is what I'm going to say. Gaddafi was the man. Straight up. You know what happened to this guy?
I know.
You know why? The reason why they took him out is because he's like, I'm not going to deal with you guys.
The petrodollar.
I'm going to deal with
same with Venezuela, bro. Exactly. Right? He also had free education.
Free education. Yeah. And you know what happens? When you get married, you get a house.
Yeah.
And you get a grant. This is what people should be living towards, man.
And
why
dude,
the fuck?
Even if you don't agree with him, why are you going in other countries and intervening in shit?
Yeah.
Everyone doesn't want to be a democracy. Everyone doesn't want to be your fucking ideology of what you think the world should be, capitalist bullshit. And the other thing is too, okay, cool. You remove Gaddafi. Now there's a fucking slave trade in 2018. Now you go,
did you see
you go in Iraq, you remove Saddam. Saddam was a piece of shit, don't get me wrong. It's worse
he
now.
Was CIA.
But dude, he was the most moderate guy. He
was CIA.
Osama bin Laden, CIA. They don't trade him. They train them.
They train them. They think they're the puppets, and then they something snaps in them, and they
realize I sold my soul to the devil, and I tell them to fuck you because I made it to a point where I don't need the U.S. government anymore, and they go, oh, you don't need us anymore? Cool. They have weapons of mass destruction.
But this is what's happening. This is what's happening in America right now.
Yeah.
The establishments. It's a
dude, they're losing their fucking mind, dude.
And people are like, oh, this and that.
Wait till Ted Cruz loses to that dude. It's fucking gonna hit the fan.
There was one article which was saying that Trump's the one who caused the hurricane in North Carolina. No, I'm serious, buddy.
Yeah, I can.
There is a fucking article saying that that's the guy who caused it, and that's how fucking loose these fucking people are, man.
Yeah.
You know, because it's a different time, it's a different change. They have nothing to throw at these people.
Well, dude, and the other thing too is like people in the fake news. They talk about fake news is like if you see an article,
news has been fake news.
But bro, if you see an article and it doesn't read who it came from. Look it, research the shit. I don't fucking just take a goddamn article like, this is this.
To research. And I read all this shit too.
Dude,
I read all those fake stuff.
Well, the other thing too is like, I was watching PBS, and all of a sudden it's like, the Koch Brothers Foundation. I gotta go soon though, dog.
Give me 2 seconds. No, we got 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes.
Keep talking, man.
Keep talking. Uma is, He loves his conspiracy theories. I love him though, man. He's a crazy man. It's good. This is the type of discussion that people need in a real democracy. Sit down with people you really don't agree with. I don't really agree with Uma on a lot of shit, but he's my homeboy. I know his intention and his heart pure, and he stands beside what he says, and he means good. Or even like our buddy Kurt we were talking about. You know, he used to roll around with an American flag during 9/11 and said George Bush is going to be Jesus. I'm not joking. And he's still my brother. It has nothing to do with his political thoughts at all. I love him. You know, he's a pure dude. Just because he does believe something different than me means nothing. You know, even if you love Trump, you're my brother. I don't give a shit. Tell me why. Just figure it out. You know, me and him.
I like Trump. I do.
That's cool, bro. I don't even care. I get it. I need to take the thing. I get it too, man. I get it. I understand.
Oh, it's what it is, man. You got to have an open conversation. We're all over the place today, but this is what this podcast was going to be about, anyways. I really want everybody to know that all our objections, our what is that word? I want to know. Solutions? No, not solutions. Opinions are for us. Are from us. It's not from anybody else. And I want to make sure everybody understands that. But the real aspect of it is we need to listen to each other, have an argument. Not an argument, just have a conversation.
There's
to have
no
a conversation.
here, man.
It's one of the coolest things I've ever had. I'm
not arguing.
People
with
just
you,
need
man.
to.
I
No,
listen.
I know.
I
Yeah.
want to hear
People
your
just need
perspective,
to talk to each other, man.
Exactly. And the thing is, if you don't agree with something, let's say this person says, I'm not even going to pick the topic because then you'll go off on that. You don't agree with something. Don't shut down the conversation at this.
Yeah.
Find a common ground with people.
Yeah.
What the hell does it matter anymore, man? This guy, me and him don't agree on nothing. We fought continuously our whole entire life.
Yeah.
But his heart's pure. He's looking at it in the right place, and maybe he's right. I'm not saying I'm fucking right. I don't know if I'm right. I have opinions because I read, because I look at shit, because I dissect information. I hope I'm informed enough. And he's opened my eyes to some other shit. I have to go look at it. I have to research. Look, don't watch TV, man. Don't take a look. Look at what you're looking at.
TV was dead in 1963, man.
It's not that. No, but they're not. People watch Michael Strahan, and they look at Kelly Ripa and this bullshit, and The View, and all these people pushing an agenda. Anderson Cooper, fucking the chick off MSNBC. Sean Hannity, pick your poison, man. It's all a fucking agenda.
If you sit on that agenda, man, it's the worst thing ever because what are they? The Fourth Amendment? The media was the Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment?
I don't be honest.
Whatever it is to report the facts. But the media don't report the facts anymore.
But the bullshit that Trump's talking about, all that, like, that's bullshit too. Like, attacking the people that attack you, if it's real, if you're lying through your teeth, then, yeah, they're calling you out. But at the same time, every mainstream media is pushing
an agenda. And they shouldn't.
The industrial war. They want war continuously.
Oh, yeah.
The thing is, this is my other thing about Alex Jones. So, they ban Alex Jones for fake news.
Yeah.
Why don't they ban every single media outlet for pushing the Iraq war?
I know.
They didn't always...
Thank you. Yeah,
how is that not fake news?
That is the worst thing ever, man.
CNN's been busted how many times with fake news?
40 million people's lives, man.
That's the ultimate thing of fake news.
One fucking thing saying that these guys have weapons of mass destruction.
Dude, that's the
definition
done it
in Afghanistan. That's the definition of fucking true evil, man.
One more off, bro.
Yeah, true evil, man.
No, but dude. So if he's fake news, then they're fake news. So you can't ban Alex Jones.
I know.
You can't ban Alex Jones. He's as fake as MSNBC. Rachel Maddow goes on and lies every goddamn day about Russia.
I can't
This is the thing about Russia that gets me, okay? Oh, they colluded to overthrow an election. The United States has been doing that for 100 years.
70 countries. 70 countries and
You
counting.
don't think they try to influence
They
an
did it
election?
like 4 years ago in Ukraine. I'm telling you
Dude,
right
they've
now,
done
man,
it in every country.
There is a faction in the world
Take a look
who
at
has been together, this is what I'm saying.
Take a look at Martinelli and Panama,
There's a-
man.
there's
Is
a
Bill
faction.
Clinton's classmate. They
I'm
threw him
telling
in
you, man.
dude.
There's a faction who have been sitting there all across the corners of the world who wants to take over the world. And they're all in cahoots together.
Oh,
Doesn't matter
100%.
if it's in Canada.
I will agree
Doesn't matter
with
if
you
it's in
on that.
America.
100%.
Doesn't matter if it's in fucking Venezuela. They've been in there. That's why they do this shit, to put their stuff in there to carry their agenda. They've been exposed now. These guys have been exposed. It's done. People are waking up to the fact, saying that I don't need to have cause wars. Why am I fucking fighting these people who are never gonna ever fucking harm me? People are fucking waking up to the fact, man.
Exactly.
This is fucking ridiculous, man.
And
We
they're
need to
stoking
fucking
the
think about
racism
that,
to
man.
divide people.
It's
That's
a bit
100%.
Democrat, Republican, and stuff. The first thing you need to all know is you guys are people. That's it. You're all
And
people, and you can sit down and have a conversation.
What I say to you,
You'll
too,
not
is,
be fighting. You don't have to
listen,
be spitting on people.
we grew up in the Northeast, right? So everyone was different. You had a Hindu guy next door. You had a Filipino guy. That's your brother. The person in the same economic struggle with you is your brother. Not the white guy in a fucking suit who's pandering to you is not your thing. And especially if you're a black guy. When you move to those other areas where you're the only black guy, you're still a black guy, man. Mostly
I
to
know,
them.
but the thing about it is, dude, you gotta love thy neighbor though, because
You do, but your struggle is now.
But you had the best point right there, T. It's just like, this is your neighbor. You guys are in the same street. You're in the same economic
You're in the same.
struggle.
You work the same jobs.
Exactly.
You do the same. Your kids
You
go
love
to the
thy
same
neighbor.
fucking school.
Exactly.
I'm just
And
saying.
you need to sit down and fucking talk to them and see what to do. It doesn't matter if it's the freaking rich white dude on the other end.
The reason I'm saying it for the black guy, we moved to a more affluent area now. Me and my wife. She's an East Indian girl. I can be passed for. They think I'm Arab, whatever. They know, like, I don't pass for, like, Matthew McConaughey. So I see that I'm not loved in that area like I am in the Northeast. So they don't want you infiltrating their group. So when you're poor and you're white, if you're next door to an East Indian guy, that's your brother, not the white guy in the suit talking shit to you.
But you never know, though.
No, he's not your dude. Donald Trump is not friend of the poor.
So
that's what I'm saying. Just because you're both white.
I was talking about
I'm saying because you're both.
I'm not going to go back on that.
The reason I say he's racist, he stokes racism to fight with the people that are poor. The poor guys are the black people. The poor white people are the same as the Mexicans and the black. They have the same money. They're on food stamps. They're on assistance. They're all sick. They don't have medical insurance.
Yeah.
They don't have anything.
But
That's your brother. Not the fucking white guy in the suit because you're white.
The worst thing ever is
it's bullshit.
Everybody thinks that it's black Mexicans who are poor, right? There's a lot of poor white people, man. They make more of the demographic than the Hispanic and the black people. And people will know that.
But poor white people vote against their own interests.
Yeah, exactly.
They continuously vote against their own interests.
Because
a white
wants
guy
to make it to a black and white issue. It's not a black and white issue. It's a class issue.
Fucking Trump, if you don't say he hasn't made it a black and white issue, then I don't agree with
all the speeches, I've never heard that. I've never heard
some of them are
they're
rapists and they're are you fucking kidding me?
Have you heard the whole freaking snippet
I've
of that?
seen tons of them.
Have you heard that whole snippet?
Why does he always talk to black people on Twitter? They're dumb. When LeBron James something. He doesn't say that to white people.
What are you saying is dumb? He's talking about Don Lemon.
No, he said about.
He was talking Don Lemon.
He said he's not that smart.
CNN has been sitting.
Don Lemon's smart, regardless.
No, he's not.
Oh, bro.
No, he's not.
To get to that,
Don Lemon
he gets paid $400,000. Are you telling me?
Don Lemon is the biggest idiot of all time because all of a sudden
he's smart, bro.
No, he's not.
You don't get to that level without being smart.
No, he's not. You get to that level for selling out. That's what happens. Don Lemon sold out.
In the same place.
Don Lemon sold out.
And
Don Lemon sold out to CNN. And the reason why he sold out to CNN is because I've caught him so many times trying to push an agenda,
dude, he's a pander,
which is not even there. And that's what pissed him off about Donald Trump. He was like, oh, it is. And the
Oh,
reason
dude.
why
CNN's
Donald
terrible.
Trump
Don't
said,
get me wrong.
this is why this guy's not a smart dude, because he sold out.
Yeah,
That's the reason
dude,
why.
He listen. We're gonna. I don't want to keep retreading this shit. So
I don't want to retread it.
We'll
I just want to see
We'll
it.
just leave it on that.
I just want to see that one.
Honestly, bro, like I say, I gotta get home, take care of my kids, and we can leave it on that point. Unless want to like.
We can keep on going.
I know. I have my wife has a thing to go to. She's going down to. Shout out 10 and 10 and Commonwealth. Our girl Zoe is battling tonight. It's MRU versus sept versus Melrose.
Tonight or tomorrow?
Right now, in an hour. So my
sorry,
children
buddy.
No, it's fine. We said we're going to this time, man. This is, dude. This was a great podcast. We just need to get you some sort of something in the back wall because we look like we're in a fucking hospital.
I know, man. This is.
It's all good, dude. We're gonna
2 hours, man.
Hey, bro. If not, we'll just do it in the studio. Deep Flow Records Studio. Hey, listen. I don't know who's gonna watch this or whatever. If you're an artist, if you're a local artist in Calgary and you think you got something, I got beats. If you want to work, let's do it. Holler at me, man. You can get me on Facebook, or I'll be Instagram. I am. The real Tarren. Holler at my wife at the real Cully or whatever. She's going crazy on the social media. I'm trying to learn, dude.
Yeah, I know
that's not my thing. I really don't like sharing a lot, but podcasts are going to be coming. I really want to rebrand this as the 3 Beers podcast. Okay, if we have 3
beers times 2.
No, 3 Beers is perfect, bro. We'll get some sponsorship. We'll get it all going. Because we'll go on. We'll get some more people.
I'm going to put this on, man. And
we need to get like some crazy lefty and a crazy right and just like get into like some combat sports with that shit.
I just want something. I want a conversation instead of
dude. Listen, we didn't yell at each other. We didn't call each other names. We don't agree on everything. Like, we don't. But I've known you my whole life. So what? This is the type of shit you need. I don't agree with half of my fucking friends. Doesn't mean they're not fucking true. Doesn't mean if you voted for Trump, you're a piece of shit. Doesn't mean if you voted for Trudeau, or you voted for Scheer, or not, you're a person who had a decision. Maybe you don't like your decision now. Maybe, why are we just vilifying? Because you made one decision in your life that owns you. Because you said something on Twitter in 2011. You're getting fired from the Guardians of the Galaxy. You're getting this. What is going on? What the fuck is the matter with you? Because you know what? All you motherfuckers that are pulling people down, like that what's her name? Asia Archino chick.
What's that?
Anthony Bourdain's girl who was a Me Too. Then she gets busted Me Tooing. They're coming for you. You want to be a fucking hypocrite. They're coming for you. Well, you want to talk fucking shit.
She's a big hypocrite.
That's what I'm saying.
Holy fuck.
Quit being a fucking hypocrite. Okay?
So bad.
Talk. Be fucking real with people.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this shit. They're coming for you. Honestly, if you want to be one way and forcefully push your agenda, they're coming for you.
If she just said, hey, you know what? I've done some bad shit in my life, and I'm going probably rotten hell, but I want to fucking expose what these other people are doing. I'm going to let you know.
It's Rose McGowan. It's not Rose. Listen, her friend, the Rose McGowan.
Oh, she's even worse.
No.
I bet she has
so when
in the closet,
the second one guy gets accused of something, okay, it's like they pile on. But when she gets accused, she's like, we should wait to see. It's the same as how Trudeau just said when he got busted. So you fucking fired your cabinet. Now you get busted in the sexual. We should wait to see. Then everybody gets away. Even Harvey Weinstein, who's a fucking piece of shit, gets his chance in court. Or have we moved away from that shit?
No.
Are we now guilty by Twitter, guilty by fucking social media?
The day's coming.
Then there's a problem. Because they're coming for you.
The day is coming.
We're done.
Okay.
Why? What's up?
Well, my brother and our leaving.
Well, does he want to come and talk about something here?
We're getting too wild, man. So it's all good.
All right.
I gotta go anyways. Signing off. It was fun.
Peace.
That's good. So